Players at the ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? On my release.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Good afternoon, air hockey fans, and welcome to sunny Caldwell, Idaho for our matchup today between Scott, the Alley Cat Arnold, and Anthony Womp Womp Spanberger. Anthony is the underdog today, who is looking to steal Scott's number 86 rank in the world and number 4 in Idaho. We're getting underway today. We also have here Kai, Cobra Kai from the OG fam.
I haven't been here in a while.
And then also David's here with the changing of the cameras, but he can't talk. And Spec's doing his spectrovision stuff. And Anthony sadly starts on a self goal, which is very unfortunate. Scott sets it up.
Look at him.
Now this is very interesting, Matt. Who do you think will win in this competition of a young gun and a somewhat veteran?
I think
I think their age difference is about a decade or two, because I think Scott is 34 years old and Anthony here is 14 or 15. Oh, beautiful cross from Anthony.
That's really good. And yeah, I think that Anthony has everything that he needs to be able to beat Scott, but is he going to bring it to the front today?
Well,
he's got to be able to showcase it today in front of everybody.
This game is still so young, so we'll see how it develops. Like, beautiful. Well, what was that? Was that a cross?
That was a cross.
Is it on left
and
hand?
Over too, I believe.
Yeah, that was a cross.
Left-handed cross. Over. Instead of coming out a little bit, Anthony turtles just a bit, just enough for Scott to squeak that one in.
Scott is trying to get our shot of the week, which is the cut. So on the left-hand side is that cut.
Scott starting the game with his no-nonsense attitude, just like 2 weeks ago.
Is he switching hands?
He's switching
hands. Scott's switching hands?
That's what he does now.
Oh, that's...
Yeah,
I haven't been here in so long, I completely forgot. Because I remember
I
was
topping from Anthony.
Still active when Mr. Alicat joined us.
So what happened is Scott had some type of injury that he was developing with his right arm while he was playing, so he started playing with his left arm, and as his right arm started getting better, he saw that there was benefits to using both of his hands. So he started switching, and he started having success like that. So he kept going with it.
That is
Anthony with 2 points in a row. 1 point was the cut shot. So on our player tracker in a little bit, we'll show you that every time they hit a cut shot, it'll count up by 1. And that's that shot of the week here. And it looks like Anthony has got 2 cut shots. And a beautiful transition from Scott Arnold
into a
was that a cut? That was a beautiful cut from Scott.
And another self goal from Anthony, which they would be tied if Anthony had not scored on himself twice this game.
Selves are unfortunate.
Nice transition get from Scott. Scott is looking to bring home the defending title for his rank, but we've gave Anthony a little bit of advice, and also Scott. Oh nice. Man, that cross from way back gets him.
That was a good one.
I'm just going to thank the baby Jesus today that Spec is handling all the extra points that are going into the ELO system.
Oh, left wall over from Scott. Brings up the 6-4 game point for Scott. Scott may take this one in the bag. The cat in the bag, you know.
Does Anthony have what it takes to dig himself out of this hole?
Anthony, look at
Oh,
that charge!
look at the comeback.
man.
The comeback, guys.
Brings up to 6-5 now. Scott
If he can just
misses
focus.
the shot.
Control.
Oh, and it
Oh,
flies
off the
off
table.
from
Possession goes back to Scott.
Anthony with a very hard shot. That low top mallet brings that strength out of that puck super hard. Wouldn't you say so, Matt? Oh, and that cross.
Right.
He knew it was
Getting
coming
there.
too.
It was coming, and he can't stop it.
Those shots are difficult.
Yeah, and you see he just turtled a little bit.
And Scott
let
giving
in.
that nod and thumbs up.
No fist bumping here.
I think he gives him the rash, don't you think?
Nathan Buss in the chat, hey, says this game is going to be lit, and so far it's Anthony that's lit on fire for game 1.
I really quick would just thank you, Nathan, for making us dinner tonight. I'm very excited.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a day early for Taco Tuesday though.
Yeah, but
Oh, I think they're ready for
I
the
remember
next
those
game.
tacos we made.
Wow,
were
they're going
always
straight into
so
it?
good.
No breaks in between. These guys are ready to. Oh,
Thank you for the match information.
yeah.
And
It looks like Scott got that first point in possession.
another self-score on
self-score
Anthony.
on Anthony. Anthony looking a little bit deflated there. He just needs to get some more control, and that cross comes out from Anthony. Beautiful comeback shot. Looks like Scott
Sometimes
is
all it takes is just a second to breathe.
The
pulling out a little bit of a padding on in his pants.
the puck is stuck in the goal.
Oh, there it is. I just heard it drop.
Good. You ready? You guys ready? Game on.
Tries to go for an overshot on Scott's side. Looks like Scott will try to go for the right quadrant. The cross, the off goal, the miss, the block from Anthony. How many shots can this guy do? And the cut
Gets that.
comes out from.
I think that was
Was that a cross?
The left-handed
The
cross.
left-handed cross.
yeah. That's
Thanks for
sneaky
catching me,
left-handed
Matt.
cross.
You're the more smarter
Oh,
individual.
the puck's
in this
really moving
room.
now.
The more smarter.
Yeah, and that goal. I think that was a cut.
It was.
And
Nice.
over from Scott Arnold.
Oh, yep.
Back-to-back points from these two players. An interesting match to start off. The second game of the day. Looks down the center from Scott. You do not want to hit it down the center. Another down the center shot. So which of these players have the better accuracy, Matt? Or Kai?
From what you've seen.
Oh, man.
So, I know Anthony. I played Anthony before the stream today. He is fairly accurate with his straights, just right down the center. And it's been a
nice.
while since
Now
I
that
played.
was a nice
It's
transition.
been a while since I played Scott, but I remember he had that really. He had those really killer shots as fast. They weren't always accurate, but when he really needed them to hit, they hit.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness, look
Yeah.
at that cross from
Yeah,
Anthony.
he's a fairly accurate straight right down the middle.
I think Anthony needs to calm his nerves a little bit
Yeah.
because when he calms his nerves, this
Nice
is what happens.
extension.
He gets these
Yeah.
shots down when his nerves are in control, and his blocks are very. His blocks are very controlled also.
I don't think Anthony's offense is going to be a problem today. I think his defense is what's going to be telling.
Well, I don't know about that, Matt. Look at his defense right
Yeah.
now. He's pretty hard on defense.
It seems like he's really taking
Oh
a
my
second
goodness,
to calm
dude!
down.
This
cool his
right
nerves.
side of the goal is just destroying Scott.
6-6.
Oh, man.
6-6
That-
right now.
6-6.
Can Anthony put it away?
Anthony
He's-
tries to do a 1-2. That does not work.
Oh,
But his
oh,
final
there he
shot
goes.
is the cross.
That was stressful toward the end. That was very suspenseful. That's what that was.
Bam,
There
right
he goes, right in that
in that
corner.
little tiny
Oh, and look at
pocket.
that. Let's go stance from Anthony.
Yeah,
And Scott walks away with the face of disappointment.
it's okay.
So
1-1.
There.
right now it's 1-1. Let's see if these players will get it on or take another break.
Maybe someone that's listening can go tell Anthony to calm down a little bit.
I think Anthony needs to be
Take a
hyped
breath.
up. You know, Anthony's game is all about the hype.
You can be hyped up and calm at the same time.
I cannot do that.
It's called the Ultra Instinct.
And so, but I'm wanting it closed because of air conditioning. Oh, yeah. Why are you wanting it?
Yeah, were you born in a barn? Come on. Leave the door open? What is this?
Oh, are we leaving doors open now?
No. Man, I got bit by a mosquito. This is ridiculous.
Oh, well, when?
I don't know.
Mosquitoes are in evening and morning, not middle of the day, man. Come on.
I have just that sweet, sweet blood.
There we go. Game number 3 going down. Let's bring up our
Game
player
number
tracker.
3.
See who gets the first possession of this point. And it
Oh,
looks like
Anthony.
And Anthony
Oh,
was the
right
first
off the
point.
bat.
It was a cut also, so it brings him to 3 points.
Ooh.
Now, the way your elo's set up, if Anthony does end up winning the whole match, what's he looking at? He's currently at 11th place in Idaho. How far can he jump?
If he gets all these possessions and Shot of the Weeks, he might be looking at a 5th ranking title, and Scott will probably drop down to 7th from his 4th place.
That is quite the drop.
That
Yeah, so this is a very high stakes game in that cut from Anthony again.
He's doing really well this game.
Oh man,
Nice right wall
slips
under.
Right, Scott slips one right under him.
Ooh, barely misses that one.
You can see
Why
how
not?
determined
Oh.
Anthony is. Look at his discipline right
You
now.
can't see his eyes. It's disturbing to me.
It's his hat. You know, you gotta get rid of the hat to see someone's eyes. Oh, you should have set
powerful.
that one up, but it was a powerful shot nonetheless. And
Oh,
he
no.
loses the
For a right
puck.
wall.
See, that's the kind of thing with Anthony. Since he's a newer player, he doesn't really have that puck control down as with Scott.
Yep, now I can see his eyes.
And the cross. This is a 1-3 game right now. 3 points to. Oh my goodness!
yeah.
Scott with that cross, left-handed.
That's been deadly
It's
for
2
Anthony.
to 3
That's
right now, and that
Amazing.
cut
I'm still
almost
baffled
made
at
it.
that. And he can switch like that?
Dude, Anthony with this cut shot is just demolishing Scott right now.
If
Oh, and
Scott
the
can't
instant
have an
release,
answer
like he
for
went
that.
around it and then
Good
extension.
transition get from Scott.
tapped in
Now
the
this is
corner a little bit.
a very turn of the tables, don't you think, Matt? Since Scott won the first game, and oh my
Oh,
some
goodness,
jungle. I don't think that was
Oh, he looked
intended,
at
but
him
he gets
rocking
the
maybe
point
it is
anyways.
intentional.
Oh.
You never know.
Oh.
Man, that cross again from Scott. That cross will get a lot of people if they're not expecting it, since it's on the right side of the quadrant, and Anthony's right-handed, so he's expecting a right wall or a cross from there, but not a cut on this side.
Scott plays with 2 hands sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes to block with 2 hands also.
That's
Oh!
I've seen a lot
Out
of
of position, he gets
Unfortunate
Dang.
from Anthony here.
I've seen a lot of unique playing styles, but I think his is one of the.
You know, there was a player back in the day called Jose Mora, and he always had this weird, very surprising, 2-handed defense on the mallet. It was very interesting to watch him on that showdown.
He was
But,
awesome.
Yeah, he was really.
He beat Colin
Yeah,
Cummings.
dude, that was the
Oh,
most
he-
surprising thing. He beat the
Colin?
#1 player in the world in 2 games, and it knocked him in the losers bracket, and it
Oh,
almost
no.
knocked him out the whole tournament in the losers bracket.
But he got that comeback.
Nathan says it was such a close game.
I think Nathan's listening in, doing some quality control on us. Our producer, you know.
Good block from.
Anthony is on point with his blocks right now. I don't know about your comment. Oh, as I
we're
was
tied
saying
now.
that,
We're
he gets
tied.
scored
Game
on.
point, Scott.
Oh,
is it
off the
5-5.
table.
Tied
It's
up, tied up,
5-5,
sorry.
not game points.
Off the table.
Sorry, gosh, guys.
See,
Getting
this is
crazy.
Tim's dad. Tim was the one that almost got
what?
first
yeah,
place.
right. I'm with you there. Oh, whistles.
Scott setting
Scott is going out with a flurry of shots right now. Almost gets that cross in again, but Anthony blocks it
cut.
and gets the cut 5-6.
Oh.
Let's see what will Scott respond with. Maybe a left wall from the left hand. Oh, tries to do the cross
He
again.
loses possession.
Anthony gets possession down the middle shot. Another cut shot from Anthony, but does
that was
not make it in.
Scott's now expecting cuts.
That's kind of Scott's weakness, is it? The straight shots. I think he needs to go for a cross. Anthony Trying
Look at him
to
moving that
hone
puck.
in
Look at
that
him
cut
moving-
shot, and there it is.
Anyways.
His final shot of the week
Ah.
is the cut shot, which gives him 2 points on our elo system.
Oh.
And Anthony walks away with his second win of this set. 2
Yep,
more, and
game
he gets the
number 3.
set. Scott still needs
Ah.
3 more.
This is
Both.
This
a lot
is
more
a
excitement
high
than I
octane
expected
game.
out of a Monday night. This is
Well, part of our job is to bring the energy, and I hope we're doing that.
I'm enjoying the energy. I don't.
Some ritual dancing moves from Anthony there.
Almost
What, have you
looked-
never started busting a move?
He looked almost native.
I bust a move in the middle of a game all the time.
I would take this game a little bit more seriously because it could be a huge game jump or a rank jump for both players.
Yeah.
I
All right,
told him
Scott.
before he started to take this game seriously.
Scott looking a little bit more determined.
Oh. And
We got Charles back. Oh, who got the first possession? I was reading Charles' comment. Oh, and the first point goes to Scott.
That's a good point, Charles.
yeah.
Transcontinental pucks.
Do you have your phone?
It would take a heck of a shot to get it to travel that far, though, too.
No. Should I?
Do we need a phone?
No, I got it.
Okay. I'm say I got mine right here, so let me know.
Stuffed at the line.
Oh, we're
Good block by Anthony there. Gets possession. Ooh,
Ooh.
trying for a one time, but blocked by Scott. Going for the cross. Just misses. I think Scott
he-
has maybe made a little bit of
Oh my
Oh.
goodness! Look at
Scott.
this charge from
Oh,
Anthony.
That was
Timeout recognized.
Timeout called by Scott.
Oh man, I think Scott is sweating again. Whenever you make Scott sweat, you know it's serious.
He might pull out the headband. I don't know. I don't think it's that
His
serious
bandana.
Ready?
yet. Yeah.
Well, I told him. So the reason why people sweat so much is that they put too much energy into the amount of effort they play at. So if you can boost your efficiency on your energy use, you could sweat a little bit less and have more energy throughout the whole game.
yeah.
Is that why I'm super efficient and that's why I don't sweat?
Yeah, I think you've worked on your efficiency a lot, and you don't sweat a lot or get tired as much.
Well, if you
'Cause
ever
we
need
saw-
something to
so
be done
it-
efficient, ask a fat guy to do it.
Yeah. In the past, Scott used to sweat pools of water onto the table, and so now I've taught him how to, utilize more of a efficient movement to mitigate that, so he doesn't have much of a.
You did this. You did this personally. I
So he
see
doesn't
Anthony-
have so many pools of water on the table, and that doesn't make the puck out of his favor.
I see Anthony coming out a lot. I think that's going to be.
And
Not
yeah,
in his
that's how you
favor.
stop straight shots, though.
His transition from being really far out to back into the defense position. is
Another
very
transition
impressive.
from Anthony, but oh my goodness, Scott hits a cut shot for once. Let's see that back
Anthony
again.
changing his music
Oh,
up.
it's right there.
It reminds me of a different
Too.
player we had, but he moved.
Jacob.
Jacob did not listen to
Sam?
music. Yes, it was Sam.
Oh, I haven't seen Sam in so long.
Man, you missed him. He moved out of Idaho. He went to Indiana. And
Oh,
around the
no.
mallet shot from Scott, this is a 1-4, so not the type of game you want on the red side.
Oh,
Oh, look at this. Oh man, I
happened
wanted
there?
to look at this back again. You don't want to charge like this.
oh.
A timeout call from Anthony.
Anthony's struggling to find the right song to
Anthony-
come back.
That right song is
yeah.
very important.
You can see Scott
I used to rely on the
pampering
music.
himself with the red velvet towel.
Isn't that his bandana?
Ready?
Is
Okay,
it?
here we go.
He
Back in.
never wears a red bandana before. I think it's just the towel. Nice charge from Anthony. Gets that puck back in possession. Misses the cross. He goes for the cut. Does not make it. A cross again. Does not make it. Another down the middle shot.
I think Anthony needs to start coming up with a different plan.
Oh, that rim out from Scott. That was an over. Left wall over, but
gosh.
rimmed out. Anthony gets possession back. Will he respond with the point? Tries to do a delay shot. Another delay shot. Very
What?
ego. Oh, no.
Right under his
And that was a garbage jungle shot from Scott Arnold. And you see here, he just he tried to save it, but it went double walled and went right in the.
Well, and he pushed it too.
Yeah,
It's completely unintended, but gets the results that he wants. So it's now
Extra
2-2 in games in the set 1.
2 minutes.
Scott's taking his 2 minutes.
he's 2 minutes to wipe some sweat down. Maybe to convert that into water.
If you're Scott
Get a
right
little
now,
hydration
are you
for you.
shocked at what's going on right now?
So far, it's a even game at 2-2 on each side.
But if you're Scott right now, are you shocked at what's happening?
If I was Scott, I don't know what Scott feels, so I'm not really sure how to translate his feelings. What do you think? What about Anthony? I think Anthony is a little bit stressed out from that last game. He did go from it was a 2-7 game.
He was killing it.
I think Scott has made an adjustment, and Anthony has not yet found a response to Scott's adjustment.
Yeah, because you gotta be adapting to the people you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. Every.
Yeah, all of
Why
air
is our door
hockey.
open?
I think
Our
David
door's open,
walked
guys.
out.
Hold on.
Oh, Scott, you play in 2 minutes?
Door is now closed.
Now, what do you think about this 6th game that's about to happen, Matt?
The 5th game?
It's the 5th game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Numbers are hard. Don't worry.
if Anthony doesn't adapt to what, like Kai said, if Anthony doesn't adapt to what Scott is doing right now, then he's just gonna whittle him down to nothing.
The game is always changing. The people you're playing are different
I
every
think
time. You
the
gotta.
story is how Anthony could hit his shots more accurately, because you saw he did hit a lot of crosses and cuts that missed, and as you know with Scott, he does pull back a lot. So if you can't get that straight shot in accurately, it will go in 100% of the time.
We'll see. Oh, there he goes.
Looks like we're
There's the
back. Oh,
bandana,
yep,
the red
there's-
bandana.
And we're back.
Scott has gone to war.
Game starts on my release.
Looks like Scott
Oh,
gets the possession.
yep. I feel soon we might be getting a backwards hat out of Anthony
That's
over
a
here.
nice
Anthony
cross.
gets that cross in, the first point of the game.
If Anthony can maintain the focus,
Oh, look at that rim out. Yeah, there's like a little
Anthony
heart
ripped
attack
it out.
going on. Yeah, it's Anthony's puck.
Are you ready?
Oh,
tweet.
yeah, that whistle every time.
Looks like Anthony is trying to hone in that straight shot down. Oh, a little bit of off
Off
miss. Yeah, he missed that puck. Scott trying to do the left-handed magic here,
Oh,
and the cut shot
it
comes
works.
in.
Magic works.
Ooh.
My eyesight isn't good
He-
enough to see
he
the little
has to-
replay screen. Hold on.
Really avoid. Getting
It's
a
better on
hole.
the TV screen. Looks like both players are at high intensity right now.
Really honing and gotta focus.
Anthony is trying to get that cut down, but Scott blocks it.
It's going
Tries to
just
do the
wide.
right wall.
It's going just wide or just middle. Needs to get those lanes.
Yeah, well, since Anthony is a newer player, I think he's only been playing for 3 months, and he's already at this level to compete with the number 4 in Idaho, and that cut shot finally goes in. Shot of the week.
It's 1-2.
Great charge from Anthony, but he loses it. Another great shot from Scott. What was that? Was that a cross? Was that a cut?
That was a
left-handed cross. That shot's been going in for Anthony a lot right now. I think he just needs to pull up his or push up his mallet.
Yeah,
just a little bit, and not move.
Hot jinx. I think Anthony just changed his foot placement just a little bit to get that.
Oh, but I don't know about that. You look at that stop. That was a beautiful stop from Anthony and self-score from Scott.
Those ones were always the way he did that.
Anthony taunting a little bit. I think it might get into Scott's head. Who knows?
You think so?
Oh, and he misses.
I've
Scott
noticed
misses
it almost
that transition.
It almost never really gets in there. One of those noises you learn to drown out, you know?
And he sets it back up, almost gets that cut shot in, but Scott gets possession back, loses possession. It's on Anthony's side, and self-scores on Anthony. Down the middle. Oh my goodness, Anthony just needs to take his time, just get it left to center, and shoot that shot in. Looks like he's hearing me through the headphones.
Yeah,
that might be a little cheating, but no.
He's listening. He's got the stream playing in his headphones.
Right. That's what we thought with Sam also. He's like, oh, you might have the stream listening. Oh, and he loses the puck. It flies off the table.
Dang. Loss of possession.
Possession goes back to Scott. And Scott
like we're
will
tied up
respond
now.
with an around the mallet shot. An unforced error on Anthony's side.
Scott takes the lead.
Anthony is trying to get that cut shot, but it's no shot.
He's very accurate with his Anthony. He's very accurate with his straight, like right down the middle. And
Well,
very
you don't
straight
really
on
want to
shots,
shoot it
but-
down the middle. You want to shoot it
Yeah,
a little bit
but
to the left or a little bit to the right. And that's what he's trying to do, but his shot is just going wide and is hitting that metal rail.
Oh.
A little
Wow.
flub.
I've done a shot. I've done that a time or two.
You miss it.
I
Oh,
was
and
like,
there it is.
oh.
There's that cross. Finally from Anthony.
Ties it up.
Blazing speed down into Scott's goal.
You think Anthony's getting a little frazzled right now?
Maybe his hair will stand up.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Oh, man.
Oh, that was a strong shot.
Oh, look at that. Aiming with the sand.
Right in
Oh,
there.
no.
Boom. There
That
it
was
is.
a cross.
This is a powerful
Great cross.
You know, I've noticed something. Scott is very vulnerable while he's switching hands.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Good to notice that.
That is the time to shoot.
Oh, and the
Well,
because
right
a
left
lot of-
wall over.
6-6.
I think it was.
6-6
I think
right
it might have
now.
been the second game.
Good stop by Anthony.
And the
Anthony
cut
gets
shot!
it.
There it
Final
is.
shot of the week!
And suddenly Anthony's up 3-2. He needs one more win to get this set.
Now that was a high intensity game right there.
That
Another
one was-
7-6 game.
That was a very high stakes one. Yeah, that was intense.
Anthony said himself that he is historically very bad at the 6-6 games and almost never wins them. And so far, I think he's won
I like to think that I've had some
Both
dang
of
good
the two?
comebacks in my past.
I agree. I'll have to agree with that.
I
And
feel like
let's
I've
not-
had those like 6-1 games where I've somehow miraculously
You know
won.
what? We don't need to talk about those.
Most of them were against you.
I remember a game where I scored 0 points against you.
I remember there was one game that was posted on YouTube and the camera died right before I won. That was like one of the only games.
That was our
that-
worst times of the year. Now we got this whole great setup. What do you think about our setup, Kai?
I think
23, 22.
I think it's great. It looks great. I think it really just improves the experience that we got going on here. And I'm happy I'm able to start coming back, start being
Yeah,
part
you
of
know,
it.
we're happy to have you back as well. You know, we've never had any other female players, so
Besides
it's a
Jessica.
very male-dominated sport. So it's great to see it.
Well,
Great to see you back here.
I'm here to whoop some butt, so I gotta get my title back.
Watch your booty is what she's saying. Spec.
Oh yeah, I've got.
I'm gonna start coming for that
so,
$100 on. I'm gonna start coming for that $100 at the arcade.
Oh no, no.
Okay, are you guys ready?
That'll be interesting.
I remember I was there on a Friday, a week or two ago, and
She just
Matt
missed
was,
you.
Yeah, Matt was updating. Well, I mean, I don't even remember. I think we went to the village after we left. But yeah, no, Matt was
It looks like-
updating me a little bit on what's been going on.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening the past year. We got all the setup
Yeah.
going. I got my events going at the arcade.
Yeah.
And there's also been lots of improvements in the air hockey scene with the players.
Yeah. Well, the setup for the
cross.
streams is already
Great cross, and that was the first shot.
And Nate's been telling me all about all the new players, and he mentioned something like he mentioned to me one time, and half the new people were like, "Who is that?" I felt like I needed to get back into it, show him who I am.
Mm-hmm. I
Now,
agree.
we need Landon back in here in a Diesel.
They both have children. They are not.
Oh yeah, they don't really have time.
No, they're busy being dads.
You know, it's a great bonding point to have your dad, father, and son to play air hockey. You know, so whenever they grow up, I hope they come back and play some air hockey with their families.
Maybe. Who knows? 'Cause yeah.
Now we can see Scott here actually just aiming down that cross with his left hand, but Anthony has his own cross on the right hand. Just shows you how dominant this straight game is.
If this is any game for Scott to win, this is it.
He has to.
Yeah, he has to win this.
If he wants to keep that number 4, this is the game he's got to win.
Nice charge from Anthony.
We can
Gets that
see
possession back. Sorely needed, and that cut shot
He
comes
needs his
out.
comeback.
And Scott is looking a little bit deflated, looking a little bit more stressed. Oh, and that cross. This is a 5-1 game, dominating lead from Anthony right now. There's no timeouts called yet, so I would say I would just call a timeout, get my rhythm back in. I think that was just a luck shot.
Don't
I
let
think
Scott build any confidence back up.
If you give him an inch, he'll go a mile.
Yeah, he's a warrior, so he could come back this whole way and win it.
He is a true warrior. He has dedicated himself in the combat sports. If you don't know his history, he's done some martial arts.
I did not know that.
A cross
no.
from Anthony. This is like 6-2 match point. 6-3.
Anthony just needs to
set point
put
for
it
Anthony
away.
right
Don't
now.
not rush it and just
Anthony
put it away.
needs to, oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Scott saves the day with that.
And the cross comes out.
Anthony wins the set and now is up 1-0, and just has to win one more set, and then he moves up in the ranks.
He moves
Scott
up
moves
5
down.
ranks. That's a huge leap in ranks. That was a 7-3 game dominating lead
That was.
from Scott or Anthony.
I think he jumps over me, huh?
Nope. Yeah, I think it's up to
What is
633
that?
points.
I saw me for a second.
Where?
Oh,
it was
the replay.
Yeah, the replay.
I was doing some testing with the replays. So
Yeah, the right
you might see
screen.
yourself.
You saw me on there. I was like, wait, hold on a minute. I'm not.
If you don't know who that is, that's Kai with the red blouse. All right. We'll get into the couch and have an interview with these two beastly players. So we'll check you out there in a little bit.
That's why I probably just wrap my fingers in tape. I'm on TV.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Okay. Anthony, this isn't your first win in a set. You've won some.
I've won a few sets.
You've won some sets before. Okay, but this is a big upset. I mean, you're number 4 versus you're number 11 versus number 4 in Idaho right now.
Yep.
So how you feeling about this?
It's great. I love the thrill of it.
Sit in the chair. Thanks.
I'm having great games, and it's amazingly fun.
Yeah. Scott, what are you next? What are you gonna do in the next set?
Get more wrapper on this top.
More
That's
wrap
the
around
first
it?
thing if you got any extra.
Yeah, right after this, I'll wrap
Okay.
wrap it for you.
That's going to be one thing that's going to, hopefully, it's going to help. But yeah, I have some ideas, some strategies. I got to keep kind of quiet about it.
No, it's totally fine.
So now that the first
free to
set's
share.
over, you guys, what for each of you, what made the difference in the direction that the set went for you? Anthony, you can go first.
My playstyle, I slowed down because I would hit really fast, and so I just took my time more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you feeling like you're going to be overconfident for the next set? Because
No.
I've seen that happen in many challenge matches. Somebody wins the first one, and then they get just
No,
That
I'm trying to
never,
keep a
that
level
never
head. I'm
happens.
keeping a level head.
Never happens. Whatever. Whatever. What about you, Scott? What made the difference for you in here between winning and losing?
It's always the same thing. This time, once again, it was I shifted away from my bread and butter, my basic classic stuff that's reliable that eventually gets it in, and I just tried to mix it up too much. Always messes me up.
Are you trying new things on the table?
Not really, not a whole lot. I'm trying a little bit of new things that I did Sunday that I practiced that worked okay, but not much. That's challenge matches. I usually reserve new stuff for just Sundays. That's it. Because if I try to do that,
Okay.
it throws my game off.
So you're doing straight Scott game.
Just what I know. Yep, old style. Yep, old fashioned.
Okay, and you have a game plan for your next set.
Yep.
You have a game plan for your next set.
I'm ready.
How do you think it's going to go for you?
I think it's gonna go good.
I think it's gonna go great. Yeah.
So there were 2 7-6 games, and Anthony's won both of those ones.
Yep.
And I mean, there's two of the. I've said this before, but there's a lot of games in air hockey. It's not just air hockey as one game. You've got the face-off game, which is a whole game inside of itself, right? You've got the actual game, but then you also have the closeout game. Not just closing out an individual game, but also closing out a match. You might be well ahead. All you need is one more game to win, and then you don't, right? And we've all been there. So I guess, Anthony, my question for you is, how do you do during the closeout? It looks like you've won 2 out of 2 so far. But
Normally, I wasn't good at them, but I've been like calming down instead of like rushing. Like, oh no, I need to get this point, or I'm done. I was taking Matt's advice earlier. Slow down. Think of it as like 3-5, and you have to get the point. And
At 0-0?
At 0-0 too. Yeah.
That's a good. That's good.
Like I think of it, oh, it's the beginning of the match, first point. Let's get this. Because I also realized first point also helps your morale a lot,
yeah.
and especially holding possession.
I always call first point psychological point.
Yeah.
First blood, as we call it. Yeah. All right, gents. Well, good luck in the next set. Anthony, you've only one more set to win. Scott's got the uphill battle now, but we've seen him do it before, so don't get too cocky. All right, we'll see you guys on the table.
Oh, let's get this.
And we'll be back in about, I believe we got 3 more minutes for the next set. Yep.
Taco.
guys notice the difference? Yeah, because I noticed a lot of the same exact shots go in like a lot more this map. Just
So like that.
should work, yeah.
Why was it taken? Yeah, like I was stuck in. Is that how you want it? Or like go this all.
All right. Yeah, you can see here. This is how we wrap our mallets. And Nathan is wrapping in Scott's mallet right now with some. I think it's tennis grip. And this is the preferred way of Nathan. Again, I'm showing it. Gives a little bit more of a comfort for your knuckles and more comfort for grip. All right. Looks like we are heading it back into the game here in about a minute. Welcome to the booth, Nathan. How was that interview you just had with those players?
You know, they're both like, you know, my favorite part about doing the interviews is that everyone's really cocky about their next game, right? The person who won is like, I'm gonna win this next one, and the person who lost is like, I'm gonna win this next one. So it's kind of fun. It's always been that way, where they always you know, think they got it and they're gonna win it. So I'm pretty excited about this next set. I'm glad I'm able to step in here for a second. And I'm trying to listen to them here. I'm like, what are they saying? What are they saying? We can pull that up. Let's see. Yeah, so he's talking about the mallet. So a second ago, Scott had me rewrap his mallet because it was falling apart. He sanitizes his mallet a lot, and so it dissolves the tennis wrap that's wrapped around it. So he had me rewrap it, and he's saying that that's what's going to do the trick. So if he wins this next set, it's because of the wrap, according to him. And if he loses, then it wasn't. Regarding the wrap.
I believe he's got. He was really close with that last game. They were so close. Wait. Yeah, they were. Oh. No, he had a good comeback though, because they were 6-1 right at the end of the first.
It was
right
really
Right
close.
at the end of that last one, he got 2 more right in there. I've done that a time or two myself.
All right, I got them situated on the right sides this time.
Perfect.
So let's see who will get the first possession.
All right, look.
Looks like Scott got the first possession here, but we'll get the first point. Anthony has
Immediately,
possession.
Anthony takes it right back and scores a cross.
Got that point.
Do a little mallet twirl.
Now we had a mallet twirling player at the weekly. So.
we did. Ooh, left wall under from his left hand. Scott switches it back to his right hand for defense. Anthony sets it up. Goes for a straight down the middle, so it's hard to tell if it's cut across.
For the cross, yeah.
Does it again twice in a row, loses possession because of it. Scott sets it up, goes for a left wall, it's missed, then loses possession, gets it back.
Anthony almost answers back with that cut shot, as we saw a little bit earlier.
It looks like Anthony needs to put a little more force into it, and Scott.
He has a lot of force behind that puck, Nathan. I don't know if you saw.
I'm not this game so far.
So he's taking a little bit of a more leisurely
Scott goes
play.
for a mid shot, loses possession, and there it is.
Comes out.
Shot of the day.
It's shot of the week.
Shot of the week. Oh no, he fumbles it in on himself. I wouldn't even call it a forced error. That was an unforced error from Scott. Oh, and then a cross again.
Look at a little touch he did.
We are point for point for point.
He brings it up, touches it a little bit, and then shoots it. That's like an advanced player move right there. Tries to do that cross again. And like Scott is looking a little bit more stressed out because he's not making more shots in. And
Anthony goes for that cross, misses, and loses possession.
There we go. And
Scott
trying to do the left wall over.
That fake out is what always got me when I played him a lot. Back when he first started, that fake out always got me. As embarrassing it is
It's
to
not really a
admit.
fake out. Nathan said it was more of a setup shot.
It is. So when Scott, so you'll see him do it right here probably. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, he just went right for it and got it.
All over.
So he basically just does a few follow-through shots beforehand, sort of like test shots. And you'll notice that Scott gets very low to the table so he can see where he's aiming. He actually gets low to the table to see where he's aiming at. But the problem with doing that is it gives away right where you're about to shoot it, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
A flurry of shots from this whole volley. We will get this point in. Looks like Scott will bring it up. Will hit a cross, but
immediately take it away.
Not quite gets in
Anthony
there.
with a great block. A cut shot!
Oh, that was a clean shot too.
Oh,
Nice
he almost
block
gets
from
possession
Anthony,
back.
yeah.
Scott keeping good puck control now, breaks it to the right.
Now that's the problem with Anthony, because he's been playing for 3 months. He doesn't have that puck control down.
He doesn't. He was talking about how his drift has improved, and he was showing me today, but he kept losing possession as he was
Drifting
drifting.
is only part of the equation. You need that puck
Beautiful
control.
right wall
Yeah,
over
right wall
from
over.
Scott.
And Anthony is trying to calculate where he should block. A little bit of a still puck.
He needs a good old-fashioned Sam
that
lesson. That's what he
cross.
needs. He needs a good old-fashioned Sam lesson.
Except Sam is gone.
Yeah.
He's dead to us.
Oh,
Don't-
those lessons from
He
Sam were always very
he didn't
conflicting.
even move for love or anything. He just moved because he hated Idaho.
Yeah, just sheer
Oh, that was
anger.
a great block from Anthony. I don't know if you saw that, but he blocked the left
Yep,
wall over.
and then stole possession
nice
back.
charge from that forehand Scott brought out.
Scott
Matt
sets
was
it up. Right,
Oh.
left wall under.
left wall under
From the
Brings
center
up
of the table. That was
5-5.
great.
Yeah,
If it
Oh,
was a
Anthony
right
is a
hand,
good
it would be
Anthony's a good
little
player, but
better.
I think
he did it
he
from
needs to
left-handed.
Anthony's
goodness.
a good player, but he really focuses on those straights, like right in the middle.
Oh no! Scores
Unfortunate.
on himself.
Let's watch that back
To end
again.
it off, it was tied up, and then
Oh.
2 scores on himself. You can just see it right there.
Yikes.
Oh man!
That realization of that defeat, that was rough.
Right? Oh man, nobody wants to see that either.
No.
The opponent doesn't want to see that. You know, they all want the game to be as fair as possible, and so they don't want to see the person scoring on themselves like that.
And
That's super unfortunate.
It's also just kind of like you know, like I'm no stranger to, you know, scoring on myself, but I feel like it makes a much more exciting game when, you know, like you've actually scored all of your points.
Right, exactly. So the person who wins doesn't feel good about it because they don't feel like they've earned it. The person
Yeah,
that loses
exactly.
definitely doesn't feel good about it because they feel like they just basically gave the game away. So everyone walks away upset on that one.
I always kept the mentality that even if I lost a game because I was scoring on myself, technically I won because I scored the most points. That was always my mentality to keep me out of that, like, you know, that slump from, dang it, you know, I just scored on myself too much. That's always what kept me out of that.
I'd like to give a shout out to Ruth Real Estate, or as she calls it, Ruthless Real Estate. She's amazing.
That's a cool name.
Right? She is the best real estate agent around, and so we always want to give her a shout out. One of our main sponsors, and she's just the best. We're coming up now on to the second game. Scott wins the first game of the second set.
You guys ready?
Let's see who gets
Ooh,
this
that little
possession.
twirl into the little.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Scott's gotten 5 out of 7 possessions, so it looks like he's got the possession game. Yep, and there
Looks
he goes
like he got
again.
another
Yeah.
one.
Anthony just pulls away from it, hoping to win that.
Oh, that was clean.
Beautiful, left-handed. So that was a cross.
Almost scores on himself for Anthony.
Oh,
Anthony
there it
responds
is.
with the other cross.
Oh. Oh.
Left wall under. Maybe that wrap really did it for him. Rewrapping Scott's mallet.
Who knows?
Anthony pulls it up,
Oh,
goes for a
oh.
cross and nails it.
I always like the cross. Crosses are my favorite shot to do.
It's my hardest shot to do. I have a very hard time doing a cross.
Well, because do you remember when I'd like bring it up to one side of the table and I'd cross and I right roll under? That was always my favorite shot. I got Sarah Wiseman with that one time.
You know, Sarah is such a good player that if you can get any shot in on her, it's like, okay, this is my new favorite shot. It's the best shot in the world, right?
Well, I mean,
If
it
can make
worked all the time. Like I loved that shot. And I got it on Sarah. I got it on Noah.
Oh, the
I don't
left-handed
believe I ever got it on
from
Jacob
Scott.
Wiseman because I don't think I was ever able to actually play him. But no, I've always cherished that shot.
That cross again from Scott. That's got Anthony pegged.
Anthony needs to bring up his defense a little bit more to block that. He can also block the right wall from bringing his defense up also.
All right, it looks like we're switching out Nate for Matt.
Matt's just standing over him menacingly. It's like, oh, I missed a shot because of that, guys.
Why'd you look?
Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you.
Anthony just trying to hone in that cut shot. Oh, did he get it?
Oh,
It was very slow. Scott is just on a flurry of hits. Looks like Anthony did get that cut shot.
Oh, position back to Anthony.
Good stop.
Oh, look at this setup. Look at this setup Anthony has. Like, it's just so calm and calculated. And that
then the
release,
twirl he does after too.
yes, that release is phenomenal. It's what you see in a high-level player. I think this is where Anthony's plateau comes into a mountain. You know, he's on that
really
ride.
Think so?
Look at Scott. He's just so flustered right now. He's trying to get that shot in at any means possible.
Anything he can.
Yeah, like, but now Anthony comes in with a calculated hit. You can just see the frustration on Scott's face when it goes in.
I think it also doesn't help that Scott's really
and
flailing
there's that
his
final shot replay.
Scott's really flailing his mallet around. It's
I wonder if he's having problems with that new padding he's put in there.
No, I think he's just a little stressed.
Yeah.
Anybody need a water?
I'm good. I'm okay. I might take one of those Oreos though. Thank you, Nate.
Now this game is now 1-1. Anthony might bring this home. This is a very scary event for Scott right now.
Anthony's looking way more in control and comfortable in that game than he was than Scott was in the last game. Even though Scott won the last game.
Yeah, last game.
The last game they played.
Oh yeah. We can see here on the
now.
recent game results. Scott Arnold beat Matt Bentley 2-1 right there. That was a very hard battle you fought.
Yeah, mistakes were made.
They're saying it's so slow, but we had like 20 seconds left.
All right, guys, ready again?
All right. Let's see who gets our first possession.
Begins on my release.
Looks like Scott.
Scott again.
But who get the first point?
Yeah, Scott.
First possession to like
Scott
gets
again
it with the beautiful cut. Was it a cut?
You gotta wonder with Scott because he uses both
it
hands.
was a cut shot. So that brings it up to 3 points gained on Scott's for Elo. You can see here Anthony just dominating him with the shot of the week, 2 of which were the final shots. Oh right, they won a few 7-6 games. I forgot. Anthony won 2 7-6 games, and that was kind of surprising.
Good control by Anthony.
So he does edge out the 7-6.
Lack of power there.
If there is ever a 7-6, Anthony is the winner to take it, or projected to take it. Looks like Scott is getting a little bit more control down. He's not firing off machine gun style as he was before. And Anthony with the cross.
Anthony wiping sweat from his hands.
Look at Anthony's slow, methodical setup. It was just beautiful for Anthony.
I think they're both in like super focus mode because this is a very important game to both of them. I think.
I think Scott's problem is that he's just firing off shots too quickly. He's rushing a little bit too much. Not that time, but that
really
past
took his
game
time with
he
that
was
one.
he was trying to rush so many shots on Anthony, trying to keep him off balance. But Anthony keeps his balance, and oh no, he missed that puck.
That would have been really cool if it gone in.
Yeah, I think he would have made it in too, because he was aiming for that cut shot. Scott with another controlled cross does not make it in. Anthony gains possession. Anthony going for a little bit of a weird release. It doesn't not work out for him, but he still maintains possession. Tries to get that cut in, but it does not work. Another cut attempt, and he
and just barely misses it. Just barely.
I think Anthony's possession time is stressing Scott out.
Anthony is looking kind of mad right now. He almost had those 2 shots in, but it did not make it.
Luck is not on his side right now.
Oh man, it's not even a game about luck. It's about a game of skill. Air hockey is also skill.
But
you can see the skill in Anthony's defense. He's blocking everything. He will not let Scott make a point.
No.
And he gains possession back from that beautiful defense.
Reflexes are very...
Man. And Scott also responds with great defense. Has your opinion changed on Anthony's defense right now, Matt? You said it was bad earlier, but right now it's looking pretty good.
Matt is eating his words.
I didn't say it was bad. I said it was.
You say it needed work, but I don't know.
It was left to be seen if it would hold up.
Oh, great block from Anthony. It goes to him.
Ready? Ready?
Tweet.
And that right wall under,
Look
I think it was
at him
off-speed right wall under, and it got Scott because he wasn't expecting it. Another right wall under from Scott too.
Oh, we're picking something off the table, probably hair.
Man, that could be a great distracting point for the opponent. You just try to pick something up and you shoot it.
Hair is surprisingly difficult to play with on that table because it's extremely distracting.
Well, you can pick off something fake and then you can shoot it in and catch your opponent off guard.
Who knows?
Sam was famous for that.
Yeah, Sam was famous for it.
Sam was also famous for being on his phone while playing and still winning.
He has confidence, I'll give him that.
Sometimes he was overconfident. There were a time or two where he'd pull that on me.
That was on the line. So, good call from the ref. Anthony trying to do another flurry of shots like Scott Arnold was. We call them pot shots here, and Anthony nodding his head to his music. Looks like he found a great song. But that song is not great enough. He did not block that cross.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a cut. Right?
Was it?
No, it was a cross. He was right-handed.
It's cross.
Yes, yep.
Oh, and there's that cut from Anthony.
Add 1 to the tally. Oh,
a
good
great block.
Anthony's being really good at reading those angles that Scott's.
Oh, and there's that cut from Scott Arnold.
Oh,
nice over.
Level overs are difficult.
See that from Anthony. He's always holding it the right side.
Yeah, and straight shots.
And the cross.
Cross.
We're all tied up at 5-5.
Great comeback from Anthony right now.
Really focusing right now.
The pressure is on.
Was that over?
Tried to off-speed cut.
Well, it was in transition to Scott, so no call was made.
Either way, it would have been Scott. So
Scott's looking a little bit flustered now because Anthony has been caught up. It's 5-5. He tries to do the right wall over. Does not
quite
work out. This is an intense match.
And Anthony almost got
rim
that
out
too.
He saves it. Anthony saves the puck. What will he do? He goes down right in the middle into Scott's mallet.
Both players feeling the intensity right now.
Another rim out.
Scott's.
That side of the table is like the
Scott
lucky
is
side.
looking erratic right now. He is.
Yeah, he's
nervous.
That cross. 5-6.
Game point, Anthony.
This is game point for possible match on Anthony's side.
Match.
It could be match. He'll be 2 games closer to the match. So if Anthony wins this, he is 2 games away from winning this whole challenging match. But if Scott wins, he has more time to regather his thoughts. Scott brings up slowly, tries to do the cut, does not work out. Cross this time, he's right-handed. Another
holding their breath.
drift shot. Cross again. No shot from Scott. A left wall over. 6-6. As you can see here on the player tracker, Anthony has won these 6-6 games, and Scott is the weaker of the players to win these. Look at that!
3 for 3 on Anthony.
3 for 3 on Anthony for the 7-6 shot. He gets that cross in like it was nothing. Look at this shot.
And
Scott throws his mallet up in the air in frustration.
Well, you guys have never thrown your mallet across the room in frustration?
No. Matt has. I baby my mallets.
I did that one time. Yeah.
Oh, my mallet has been beat. My mallet is... I have a house mallet still. I got an older mallet. I have one of the cream ones somewhere, the pink. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I have it. It hasn't been broken in or anything. But I have it. Nope, still got my house mallet wrapped in pink, covered in Sharpie. From that one time I got my hand covered in Sharpie. And that one played.
Nice. And now Anthony's 2 wins away from taking this away from Scott. Scott still has his uphill battle. Not only does he have to win 3 games here, but he has to win a whole entire set to come back.
This could be over in 2 games, or this could be over in a set. Yeah,
it's gonna be over in like 20 minutes if Scott doesn't bring it back. So.
Scott's got to really focus here soon, or we're
man,
all going home early.
Look at these replays of Anthony. Anthony is just dominating.
Anthony is crushing it tonight.
It just seems like the same shots over and over without big changes from
now
Scott.
here's a Scott replays. He's been getting some good shots in. Oh man, that self score. Looks like it's time. Noise? It's time. But it's 10 seconds.
We're coming back in.
So, Anthony is the projected winner right now, but Scott can bring it back. Anything could still happen in this game.
Oh, Anthony, we can still hear you.
Hey, you guys ready?
That's exactly what it looks like, Nathan.
Yeah.
He might actually do it if he stays focused. But on our player tracker, Scott has won every face-off most of the time.
Oh, and there is another one.
But he's losing this whole match. This doesn't
Sometimes
really make sense.
possession doesn't always mean that you're gonna do well.
But it means you get the puck first, so you have the best chance of scoring.
Yes, but self-scoring, losing it.
Oh man!
Right wall.
Losing it to
under.
a striker
Right wall
like
under.
that.
Not the right wall thunder because it was going so fast.
It's
but
like an off speed.
Yep. Anthony is looking like the better man in this picture. Better control. Oh man, that cut! That was a great transition cut from Scott. Look, as Anthony sets it up, he shoots it off into Scott's mallet.
Right before it crosses the line, too.
Oh no, and he scores on himself again.
Gotta tap the goal. Gotta tap it.
That happens to everybody. Happens to the best of us. Even the number 1 player gets scored on himself. And a great cross.
That happened yesterday.
Yeah.
It happens.
On the showdown, yeah.
Just gotta remember to make all your other points in the opponent's goal.
Anthony getting that puck back in his possession after a missed shot. Tries to do the cross again.
Ooh, that's
no dice.
Really weak. As long as you get it back, it's okay, but then you lose it, and that's
like this time he lost it, and
trouble.
Scott tries to kiss. Oh, the great transition into a cut shot.
I would say blocked right in the middle, right there.
He blocked it right.
Took his opportunity.
Yep, opportunity rises for Anthony.
Wow. Oh, and he just got another one.
Cross.
Anthony is doing amazing.
Very good today.
A double wall, a garbage shot.
Jungle.
Look at this. He missed the puck completely, and it just goes in.
Sometimes those double walls can be...
If it's calculated, but people call it a garbage shot. And we had one player here that told Nathan to play like a man because he kept doing garbage shots.
Who was that?
What?
Was that you?
That was George Anderson. George Anderson called him a baby because he kept doing double walls on him. Then Nathan's standing right over me. Oh, and the cut shot comes out from Anthony.
I missed it.
6-3. This is a game point.
This is
for Anthony. He
oh.
misses the puck. He couldn't get it in time.
If it's any time ever, Scott needs to come. He hit the comeback.
Oh no!
Anthony, good sportsmanship, gives it right back to Scott.
Right wall under from Scott.
Yeah, Scott needs a really strong comeback if he wants to stay in this.
I don't know. Each 6-6, Anthony has one, so I don't know if Scott wants to get to the 6-6. So 6-5.
Oh, he might
right now.
do it. He might do it.
Another
Anthony
right
just
wall
needs
under.
to focus and close this out.
Oh my goodness. Anthony with the slowest setups trying to do that cross. It is 6-6, 3 right wall unders in a row from Scott. Anthony is projected to win this 7-6. He has won 3 of them so far. Oh no,
possession back to Scott.
Scott's possession. He will try to do another right wall. Does not make it in. Switches hands. Oh, he does not switch hands.
No, he doesn't. He lied.
And now he doesn't.
Possession.
Oh my goodness!
Anthony with the cross.
Oh my gosh!
He's 4 for 4 now.
He is 4 for 4 on the 7-6s. This is an incredible game. You are witnessing
Scott
here.
Turns away from the table in disgust.
I think Scott's gonna need some words of encouragement after this.
Anthony is now 1 game away from taking this all.
Scott's gonna really get in here.
You can see Anthony is fixing his hair.
Well, you gotta look good for your big win.
Are we ready?
The channel's name is Iron, right?
So right now it is game number 5. This has been a surprising game. We thought Scott was gonna win this game. Look at the rank difference. It's number 4 versus number 11.
It's Lou from the arcade. Hey Lou.
Oh nice, you got someone from the arcade? That's awesome.
Great.
I just posted my Snapchat tune in, so.
So what you're witnessing right here, Lou, is number 4 in Idaho versus number 11 in Idaho, and number 11 is dominating number 4 in Idaho right now.
We are possible 1 game away from
a big
being
upset.
done.
So you can see up here our games. The games represent the bars, and the sets represent the circles.
Oh,
Scott! What the
my gosh!
Incredible first point off the break.
Off the back of his mallet.
Off the back of his mallet. That was unfortunate. I thought that was a score. But it was an unforced error. So you haven't missed out yet on who the winner is, Lou, but the winner will be decided here in about maybe 10 more minutes if this game goes on.
Yeah. But by the way it's looking, I have a feeling we're gonna be here for quite a few more minutes than the last few games.
Oh, great save from Anthony. Anthony sets it up a little bit more rapidly.
Loses possession. Oh,
nice block from Anthony.
He gets it right back.
Another block from Scott. Very strong right quadrant cross on the left hand. Another left hand cut. Left hand cut from Scott.
Holy cow!
I noticed that Anthony has started to turtle more.
No, Lou should have been here earlier. But you can watch this whole set again if you rewind it back. Another timeout. Timeout call from a left wall over from Scott. Scott is now 4-0. This is a great drastic difference from last game.
He knows that it's this game or. It's this game or never.
Scott is up against the wall.
If he cannot get this
you
game,
go home a loser. You go home a winner in this match. And I don't think anybody wants to go home a loser.
No.
So
that's what makes the game exciting.
Right. Scott.
That's where my love of air hockey came from.
Yeah.
No matter who wins or who loses, We both played like we were going to win.
Cross,
This is actually
5-0.
no.
Well, he's 7-0 him.
Anthony needs to recover.
No,
Oh,
he
no.
does not 7-0.
There goes his 7-0, but it's
Anthony
okay.
Gets the cut shot. Our shot of the week is the cut shot.
No.
Oh. Oh.
Cross.
Anthony
A comeback,
is making his
maybe?
comeback.
He took a time to change his music, so I think this song is this life or death right now.
Yeah, this is that song you put on when you're right there.
So far, Scott. Oh my
Another
goodness.
cross.
This
Ah.
Anthony might bring it back.
Oh.
He loses the puck. Scott loses the puck. Anthony in possession. Tries to do more straight shots.
Hey, skip the song, please.
I think he's talking to Tim.
So our ref here.
Yeah. Scott trying to do that cross again. Trying to get that cross in.
Good blocking.
It's just a battle of the
Gotta jam
straight
out.
shots right
Gotta
now.
jam out right
who
now,
can,
guys.
who can get those sniper shots in? Nice tap and release, but no dice from Anthony. Scott with another straight shot.
Oh,
Anthony
and just
misses the puck.
barely misses it.
That over was blocked. And Scott with the possession again. Anthony takes off his hat. Tries to cool down. It's 5-4. This Anthony has been.
This comeback is one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in my life.
Anthony was
I
at
am
5-0. It's now 5-4. Oh, that
Possession.
nice save.
Anthony.
Scott with another straight shot does not make it. He tries another straight shot again. It was an off goal. Oh, and Anthony.
Gives it right on back. He's like, nah, man, take it back. This is all you. This is all you.
Lou says, never take off your hat. Another great setup from Anthony, but it was a missed shot. This shot is detrimental for each player. Oh, the rim out! The rim out from Scott. That was a great cut shot. It was a cross, but it rimmed out. That's what we call when the puck goes into the goal, but it slides out magically. No one knows how to figure out how to stop those. And the garbage shot brings it to 6-4. What will Anthony do? He does a missed shot. It was a double wall. Scott with another cross, trying to hone in his bread and butter, as he calls it. Great save from Anthony. Anthony saves it again with his possession. He does a cut shot.
Heating up.
It is 6-5. And
Scott
with
saves
the
it.
cut
Scott
shot.
stays.
But,
We're going later. We're gonna keep going.
but that doesn't get Scott's back off of the wall.
No, it does not. But it keeps him off of it for at least another game.
That was a very intense game we just saw there.
That was
Anthony
because
was mounting a really good
possible last
comeback.
game of tonight. You know,
Yeah.
like that was one of the high intensity. Like he's really gotta. Whew.
You can hear it.
Stressed.
This is very stressful for us in the commentator booth and the players out there in the game room. So now it is game number 6. There is one more game to determine who will win this set if Scott wins this. So if Anthony wins this, he is jumping up 5 ranks and another great break
Scott
off.
just has possession right off the face-off. Like, I think Scott's really good at the face-off thing. I was never very good.
But I don't know if he's really good at the winning games thing. But who knows? We will see here. He did
Good
bring
forehand.
He did bring up the intensity after Anthony winning the third game. He is looking way more determined than I've ever seen him before, even in my games.
Lou, we do have water and snacks over here.
And cookies.
You can see at the occasional camera angle change, we got
Timeout call from Scott. I think he's going to wipe off the sweat from the table. He has been playing a little bit more intensely.
Scott has been taking his water breaks. Don't worry. I don't know about Anthony, but I know Scott is.
You see our
Stay hydrated.
producer Nathan Buzz.
Running out there.
Currently a Primus of
yeah.
Idaho.
You know, he reached Emerald rank. That was level 7 in our ELO system. He has a rating of 1280. That's 1,280 points. Isn't that wild? Do you think you can take him down?
Someday, yes.
Someday.
I think that's the same statement for you.
I've tried and I failed.
We're back in.
Well, someday it's gonna happen.
Yeah, someday. Maybe never.
Here is our second possible game over.
Alright,
our
timeout is
Match over.
over.
Possible
Set
match,
over.
match
There.
game.
Match
Set
game. There we
set
go.
game.
Thank you. I'm struggling
Yeah,
over
match
here.
game.
I
This
think you
is
need some
match
water,
game.
Kai. I know this game has been very, very rough for both of us, or all three of us actually. We're commentating here, watching this game.
Well, David's here.
Oh,
He's
and
silent
Scott
partner.
loses possession, but
Yeah,
he gains it right
yeah.
back because Anthony
There's 5
was
of
not
us
fast.
in this booth
And
right now.
Scott with the right wall over.
Do you think Anthony's mind is right now?
Yes,
I
yes,
think
it is. He hit that cross with intention.
He seems very.
Oh!
Win!
He loses the puck. That's why you need to take it slow to get it out. You don't want to punch it
Oh,
out.
you
You
gotta
want to drag it out.
You gotta put it straight up, because
man.
this pushes it right in.
I know you're giving
like
me a
that.
demonstration, but no one can see you guys.
I know. I'm showing you guys.
In chess, they would call that a blunder.
I don't play chess. I play checkers. Chess is much too complicated.
In checkers, they would call that a blunder.
Oh, thank you, thank you,
man.
Matt.
The left wall
Left wall
over from
over.
Scott.
Scott
This
is really.
1-4 right now.
I think Scott's either gonna destroy this game in a 7-1, or we're gonna have the same thing as last time.
Oh,
Anthony's
Anthony
gonna have
missed
that
the puck.
epic comeback.
That's why I'm asking,
Oh,
is
he blocks
Anthony's
the
mind
right wall over. Scott sets it back up a little slower than last time.
I think
Tries to go for a
Anthony's
straight shot.
stressing a little bit.
Anthony does not get the transition save.
Oh,
Nice saves from
Oh!
Scott.
Scott
with
is
an
really
incredible shot.
Scott is really
A
crushing it right
timeout
now.
Call from Anthony. Scott is in the zone, you know.
He is. Scott's crushing it right now. These last 2 games, he's been doing really well.
He's a couple points away from taking this to Game 7.
You can see all that sweat on Scott's face. He's just drenched.
He's
right?
glistening, guys. He's
He's basking in the
glistening.
sunlight, like a glazed donut. All right, Anthony with the slow setup tries to surprise Scott, but doesn't work out.
Oh,
Scott tries
oh.
that cross.
Oh, was that?
Well, it was in transition to him, so
Oh,
no
nice
call was made.
charge.
Oh,
Down
great
the
block
middle.
from Scott. Tries to do that left wall over, right wall over again, right wall over.
Ah, it smells like
Switching
Pokeball in
hands.
here.
It's supposed
Oh, come
I can
on.
only smell Scott right now. He's emitting
It's game point, Scott to
game
1.
1-6. This is dominating. Like the tables have turned.
I told you he's either going to be a 7-1 Scott, or Anthony's going to make some epic comeback.
Anthony may
Oh,
make
barely
an epic
misses it.
comeback. I'm rooting for Anthony right now. You know,
It's
Anthony
happened before,
Anthony
but
has been in the dumpster.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh my
Goes out
god!
for the final shot replay for Scott.
It's running away.
Looks like Scott.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2-minute call.
This is
I'm gonna go grab my Mountain Dew. Hold on.
Now we go into the last game. Game number 7 after this 2-minute break.
It's sort of insane how close this is. I mean, all Anthony needed was 1 more game, and instead he gave Scott 2 games. So now,
You know, if you give someone an inch, they'll go a mile. And I think Anthony has given him much more than an inch. He gave him the whole.
well, he gave him something worse than just a game. He gave him confidence, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if you give somebody a little bit of hope and a little bit of confidence, they're gonna run with it. And so now it's if Anthony wins this next one, he closes the whole match out. The match is over. If Scott wins this next one, then it will go into the final set because it's the best 2 out of 3 sets. Anthony already has 1 set, and all he needs right now is 1 more game. So if he wins this next one, it's all over. If Scott wins it, it goes into the 3rd set, and then whoever wins that set will take the challenge match. So Anthony is this close, but we've seen it happen before where somebody gets this close and then at the last second just blunders.
Nate's got to add his commentary. He's got to get out of the chat at some point.
What are your predictions, Matt?
I think if Anthony has his mind right, he'll pull out the win.
Yeah.
If he puts in his mind that Scott is not his friend, he's not here.
At least not right now. We're all friends here.
Yeah, we're all friends here, but right now they're not friends. He's here to do a job. He has a mission, and that mission is to get 7 points before Scott does. And if he goes out there and does what he's been doing the whole game, then he should pull out the win. I don't see that Scott has drastically changed really anything to his defense. Maybe small changes to the way he's conducting his offense. But other than that, Anthony has the skills to take this away in this game right now.
Game begins on my release.
It's like Scott
with the possession again.
Great possession.
I think Scott's problem is he gets frazzled and then he lets it get to him.
Oh, in the first shot.
Yeah, he gets panicked, he gets nervous, and
frantic.
Frantic. He really lets that affect his gameplay, which there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you gotta really just take a deep breath and don't focus on the big score, but focus on the next point.
Now, this game could mean for everyone here. It could mean the downfall of Scott. It could mean the uprise for Anthony, and that cut from Scott.
That was a really good shot.
Oh,
nice cross.
Nice cross from Anthony. Anthony is looking a little bit more intense, and Scott has that 1,000-yard stare down into Anthony's soul. Let's see what. Well, Scott will shoot it on the left wall on the forehand.
I've never seen that before.
Whoa! I feel like I missed something. I looked away for 2 seconds.
Look
and
at that
Anthony's
shot.
back up to 2.
Right on the line.
Another cross from Anthony.
I look away for literally a second, and Anthony's
You gotta
at
pay
3
attention.
points.
Anything could happen in this game. You gotta pay attention, guys. Oh, and the left wall under.
All tied up. This is the last game in the set either way. Either Anthony takes it and wins the entire match.
Oh, left wall under.
Oh,
Great
Scott is
delay
really
from
going
Scott.
after it.
Scott, that stare is scaring me. Anthony tries to go
I think
for a
he scares
cut
us all.
shot. And that cut
the
shot
cut. He
does
gets the
go
cut.
through.
Anthony's keeping it tied. Anthony is, I think.
Keeping it tight is one thing, but winning is the other thing, Kai.
Well, yes, I know. I'm just saying, is based on the history of these games here. If Anthony can get them both up to 6, his,
his win rate goes through the roof.
Yeah, if Anthony can keep history repeating, Anthony's got this in the bag.
But
Scott, history doesn't always repeat.
Scott is playing at a different level this time around. He is just.
He knows it's this game or he's done.
Oh no, and he loses possession.
It's quite literally this game or he's done.
Oh, nice block from Anthony. Anthony gains possession, sets it up slow and methodical, tries to get the cut, does not get it.
Just barely hits that
Another
corner.
shot from that cut, that cross. He just needs to aim it a little bit better.
Ooh, almost off the table there.
Those shots are the best shots he's had this whole game, but he doesn't get anything through. Same with Scott. Scott tries to go for that cut. Hits the back rail.
No, not quite.
Left wall over.
Ooh.
Critical point here at 5-4.
Anthony looks in
Nail
despair.
Nail
Anthony
biting.
brings the puck up. Does not set it up this time. He just hits it. A strong shot
Loses
does
possession.
not look like anything will go in.
Those wall shots are always frustrating. hurting.
Oh, rim out.
Did it? I would say, did that just?
Nice block from Anthony. Gets the possession back. Tries to do the cut. Does not work out.
Oh,
It goes straight down the middle. Call that a bullseye shot because it goes straight down the middle of
Lou,
the person's
I'm having
goal.
fun.
Possession back again.
Oh,
Are you guys
Anthony
having
is
fun?
just trying to get this game tied up because he knows he might win the 6-6
Not paying attention.
or he might
Oh,
get
man.
the lead.
My heart is starting to pound.
Oh, he misses the puck. Does not get the save.
Whoa! Match point!
Scott.
This is match point right now. The whole crowd in this room is going wild.
I think Scott heard all that. The tension is all on his
he's like
shoulders.
getting riled up right now.
Oh,
Now,
That means that the most it could be a 6-6, which would be a 6-7.
so if this does go to 6-7, you see our play tracker. Anthony has won 3 out of.
it is running in place right now, guys.
It is 7-6, 3-7-6 wins this whole match, and
Ooh.
Anthony has won each and every
So
one of
close.
them.
Can Scott focus?
Right now, Scott is taking it slow and serious. He knows every shot matters and each possession matters. If he loses possession, this might be the end of the game. Anthony gets it!
He takes it!
Across
has
to
just
end
passed
it all.
Scott.
Oh,
In the state of
Scott.
Idaho,
Oh man!
Anthony defeats Scott.
Ah, guys.
What was the question?
This
You're
whole
screaming through the
match.
walls.
Was there a question?
I don't know. Was there a question? What's the
Whoa.
question?
No, Anthony yelled out, I did it!
Anthony,
That and if you see, Lou asked us, "You having fun?" And I answered.
Oh man,
And then I
I
asked
hope
you
you
guys if you're
had
having
fun
fun.
listening to our ramblings, Lou. But this game was such a blast.
That was.
Oh my goodness. So now we'll head over to that couch you see on the left side, and we'll interview these two players, these two incredible players. And Anthony probably has the biggest adrenaline rush of his life.
Oh, Anthony's probably flying right now.
Yeah,
he is
don't
on
forget-
cloud 9.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also right now is the perfect time to post your comments because these guys are going to be sitting down on the couch and they will answer your comments live. So right now, post your comments, post your questions, and we'll hear from the players in just 1 second.
Your second has expired.
All right,
Go out there and do these.
we'll go out there and
Interview
these guys
stuff.
out there.
In my Star Wars shirt.
Yeah.
I'm challenging right back. Yeah,
I'm thinking of challenging. Okay, Nathan said that I should challenge him so I could learn from.
That made all the difference. That's it.
Nathan,
I'm never
just
going
for
back
learning.
without this ever again.
Oh, so that did help?
I'm never going to play Air Regulators without this.
Nathan.
The difference was
Kai or
My throat, my like all right here hurts from screaming.
Kai, do you want to jump in and ask some questions instead?
I don't know what I'd ask him.
All right. Man, before I jump into everything, I want to give a special thank you to Tim for doing all the reffing. And then the giant amount of crew that we have today. We have 4 people in the booth.
Yeah,
We
I got
have
it.
multiple people
Oh, that's
working
great.
the table. So just a huge amount of people helping. So thank you to David, thank you to Kai, thank you to Matt, thank you to Spec, thank you to Tim, as already said, and thank you to these guys for
Thank you to
playing an
you.
amazing match.
Thanks, Nathan, for letting us
Dude,
use your house and your stuff.
I have to sue both of you guys now. My cardiologist is going to be so mad at me because that game got
was intense
so
at the end.
close.
Matt, sorry, Nate was running in place.
Because so Anthony,
stand still.
you got what 5 of the 6-7s, right? No, at least 3 of the 6-7s, and
Somewhere.
4 of those.
I
And
got
so
every 6-7.
that the game before last, you got to 5 points. Well, like if he can get one more point, was it 5 points? Yeah. If he can get one more point, then by the metrics, you just win the game. And you couldn't get to the 6 points. So we're watching Scott keep you from getting to that 6 point, and he did, and he blocked you from
No,
that. And
when,
so
I
like,
was when I was behind 4 points, all I could think was, I'm not losing 7 out. Right? I'm at least getting 7-1 or 7-2. And so I just like, boom, and like hyper focused and made them all in.
I'm gonna scooch this way so we catch both. If you get there, we go. You know, oh man, and so like that last game, you got to 6 points, And at that point, we're like, oh man, that just changed the because you have those 6-7 wins on Scott right now. So like, does that seal it in a bag? Let's see what happens. And then Scott gets it back. We're like, oh, he's got this. No, it's Anthony. No, it's Scott. Who's gonna win this? So we got the comments up. We don't have a whole mess of questions yet, so anybody can throw a chat in there.
So fast.
Oh yeah, the chat's been blowing up. It's a lot of me talking to Lou from the arcade. So oh man, what do you guys think about the game? You know, I don't want to ask all the questions. Dig in.
Crazy.
Yeah. If you had to give each other advice, what would you say?
Keep going on the same strategy. You kept switching it up a lot, and I think that's what was getting you.
Probably. Yeah, as usual.
Stick with what's working.
Right.
Like you had that. I don't know what it was. You would start at one corner, you'd go cross.
Yeah.
Because you would realize I would turtle in, I think, and you would get me right on those.
Right.
So that's what was getting you. If you could focus on those, you would kill it. Yeah.
That's the key.
No, but stick to one thing and don't switch it up every time.
What advice would you give to Anthony?
What advice would I give to Anthony? I would say, you're playing really good. Definitely, I would say probably focus a little bit more on doing a lot more diagonal shots along with the straights, because I'm bad at blocking straights. At least I have been for a little bit here with the turtling habit. But once I get that down again, I think it's going to be a lot harder to get them in. So definitely the diagonals a lot more.
Yeah. Some more advice I would give you is bring your defense up. You're really far back. So I was getting you on all my straights. Just one after another. I was getting you on all those.
Well, there was a defense strategy I was using that I did earlier that was working okay, but I'll show it to you later. But yeah, it is ideal to have it up. For me personally, I had to focus on what I knew would block the most amount of things that I could psychologically be calm in, but yeah, could have done better. The main thing I would give myself is never play without this. This is like night and day
play
difference.
with tape? I just tape my fingers.
We got a question from the chat. Lou asks, what would you do? What did you do that you're not going to do next time? Well, what did you both do this game that you're not going to do again?
Never switch it up when something's working, even if you miss a few shots. Just keep doing it.
That's actually
grind them down.
I've heard that from a lot of pros too. Like, just because it didn't work twice does not mean just to stop it.
Keep doing it.
Slow down. I was missing a lot of my possessions because I was going too fast. So I also had a few shots where I thought he was about to hit it, so I went to catch it and slammed it, and he didn't hit it, and so I just shot it right back to him. So slow down, take my time, relax.
You lost a lot of possessions on that.
Yeah.
A lot of possessions. Something I do is I count how long somebody has possession for. So yesterday there was a few players at the arcade that would only have it for 1 to 2 seconds and shoot it back. They wouldn't really set it up. Others take too long. But but you want to take longer than a second or two. I mean, sometimes you want to do a double, sure, but it shouldn't be every time you just 1 second shoot it across, 1 second shoot it across, and so you give up a lot of possessions that way. We got AJ in the chat saying so intense. Most sports they sell merchandise that have to do with the fans watching. So, you got beer for football, but all we would sell is probably anxiety meds, I think, at this point. Sponsored by Big Pharma. Okay. Anything else you guys want to say to the fans or to each other or anything before we end this off and possibly jump into another match between two other players?
Great game. Thank you for watching. Great game.
Great game. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for the support.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Specs calculations.
At the end of
so
this?
True. What's my world rank now? 85?
So the way that the rating sections, the way that the ratings work is that, let's just say the best in Idaho or the best in the American Air Hockey League were to lose to a brand new player. It doesn't just mean that this person just gets number one, everyone else moves down one. This person gets a lot of points. They move way up the bracket. And the first player would move down a lot of spots. Yeah. And so I'm actually interested to see how all the stats line up after this, because I'm assuming that you are going to be roughly number 5th or something.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then
I went from 13 in December.
And you're probably going to be 7th or something by that point drop, because this game was an unexpected loss. You shouldn't have lost this game. He shouldn't have won this game.
Yeah. So I went from 13th in December to most likely 5th or 6th now, which is crazy.
I did the opposite. I got 12th in the world, and I had it for one day. The next day, someone else jumped it, and then I got pushed to 30 by the time Worlds came by. So hold on to it tight. All right, so unless we have any other games, we might end this stream off. If we have any other games that are coming up, we'll jump into those. So, guys, Tim, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Tim actually had challenged me directly a couple of months back. Well, I think was it a month ago by now? 4 4 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, I didn't know if we had something else going on.
Tim did challenge me. He just didn't
Are
officially.
you wanting to
post it
play
anywhere yet.
another match today?
I'm up for it. Yeah.
So and also because I know
got the fire
David,
in me. I wanna
you have a
keep going.
target on your back because you
Good.
beat this guy.
Yeah.
So now you have a target because even David's like, I'm gonna go. Josiah a few days ago was like, I'm gonna go against Scott, and I'm like, he's already playing a match. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
So I tackled for you. I blocked and tackled. But if you want to play another game, we could definitely jump
I'd
into
love
one.
to. Yeah.
And no, I didn't challenge Scott because Matt beat him.
Tim, are you wanting to play a
Or
match
he
today?
beat Matt. No, I
should.
challenged.
You can
Scott
say
a
no.
while
It's
ago.
not a big deal.
I'm up for it
If
if
you're
you
not
want
ready
to.
for it, just say no, and we can do something
I've
else.
never challenged before, but
David-
It's a great time.
If you say no, David's just gonna walk in here.
this would be a good opportunity to learn.
You should.
Do it for the old guys, Tim.
Either way,
or
that's fun
Kai
playing
could
you.
jump
Yeah,
in.
I like playing Kai.
So Tim, up to you. Yes or Kai?
Sure.
You want to dive in? Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Tim, thanks for reffing.
All right, guys, we'll jump into our next big match here. Thanks for watching, and if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, it's going to help us grow. And we're going to dive into a totally different match with two different players here. We'll get everything set up for that in a little bit. This is a perfect time for an intermission to grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself those anxiety meds. All right, get ready for the next one.
I've never challenged before. I don't even know how I got into Idaho rankings. I've never challenged.
Well, it'll be fun. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. Scott's not easy to beat. He's not easy.
I see that.
I remember when he came in. He got Alley-Cat. He got the nickname Alley-Cat really fast.
But I think I've been seeing you guys talking enough.
Like,
You like scoot up to his roll.
no, because the way he would position himself is
Excuse
he'd be
me,
like
pardon me.
all
Am I-
hunched over the table, you know,
am I
like when
getting
cats
a
get
call?
really tense, they
let me
hunch up.
get a call.
That's how he got that nickname, is hunch up over the table. I remember that's how he
I
got
thought it was
that
because he
nickname.
did.
Nowhere near how I got my nickname. No. There's a game of me and Matt on YouTube. I believe he's wearing his Cobra Kai shirt that way. And then, yeah.
And if you want to jump into a game, you can jump in against anybody you want to challenge. It can be on this table over here also.
I don't know if I want to.
So if you want to
I
challenge,
mean, I just kind of want to play, you know? I haven't played in a while.
then jump into a game real quick. No, jump into a quick game. These guys are getting ready right now.
Oh, freaking food.
Perfect time to get a quick game in while these guys get ready.
Those like nice like cream ballads.
Mark Robbins at Orleans. This Angus and whatnot.
I still have mine at home somewhere. But
So as soon as Scott's ready, we'll let you guys dive in. Ready?
I'm ready.
Been a while since
Where did it go?
37. it works. It works. Yeah, right. You can come walking back in here without all your practice and beat me.
I played once like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. My arm was very sore. Ready?
Yep. Spec is setting it up now. You can go check in the camera quick and see if he's ready.
Oh, I got a question. Are we allowed to put it now when we're on?
Yeah, just take the camera.
Where would we put it?
Just on the ground next to us, man.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Well, like, doesn't have to like fix it.
It doesn't. So right now it's running right the second it is.
Yeah.
And so what we can do is we can grab it and put it on the ground once it switches to a ring camera. So just you can go ask him to switch to like this camera and then that'll be fine.
Alright, ready?
Yep. Actually, are you gonna be able to stay against one guy?
Yeah.
You ever fought that?
What time is it?
8-2.
Probably.
Alright, ready?
Probably not for an entire match. Yeah. And yes, I'm ready.
Yep. Nice over.
Ooh, top dead. Haha.
Good. Right under there, underneath that brown top.
That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. Oh, your so distracted. It's like
Here comes the leg.
Fingers are gonna be cracked tomorrow.
Good reset, good reset. I like that. That's why you made the shot work. Perfect reset. Cut! You let me get my little up.
That's just a big word. I'm trying here. I know who I'm up against me. Oh!
Gonna get it!
Remember that thing you used to do where you like you're going around, you're like going around and slamming it down. It's super friggin' distracting. You got those shots like 99% of the time. I think it was like Jacob was the only one.
Jacob special.
Yeah, one of those. You did one of those. Yeah, Jacob. Maybe it was Jacob who especially struggles with that one.
It's so annoying.
I don't remember.
But it's really nice.
No! I was doing really good for a while there. Yes!
Oh, good cut.
I hate it. I hate that. It's my least favorite roll.
It's been there.
Yeah, but I still hate it because I forget about it. Yes! I'm so good at this game!
This is a new one I never did against you as much. You
What,
like
the
that?
freaking slow shot?
The awful. I hit it over there. But one of these times it's not going to go over there. One of these times it's going to go right for your goal. I miss playing with you so much. I'm glad that you're back. Alright.
Oh, who's back? I got popcorn.
Scott, how? I'm not gonna offer. Yes. Okay, so are you ready to play? Okay, I'm gonna check in and see if
I'm like one rank behind you and stay. You're 6 and I'm 7. I didn't pass.
we're ready to run if we get this going. How much are you there to? Run? Did you have to this for
Yeah.
But the important thing is you did take it full, right?
That's true. We forgot to mention.
Come on, take off my hoodie.
You put this shirt over it, but
The whistle's clean, it's hanging up right
I
there.
have my own whistle.
this one's clean.
It's clean, yeah.
Scott, are you sure you want to do a double header?
Yes.
I will say, all my past, I've regretted double headers. I went to a place and played a bunch and lost all my games because I just wasn't playing good. Are you sure you want to jump in? Because we can have a different game. We don't need to have a game.
Yeah. It's up to you, man.
If you want to, cool.
I'm feeling good about it. Now I need to get my drink back with this now.
Oh no, against me?
I like playing you though. It's fun. It's enjoyable.
Alright. Okay. That makes me feel good,
There
that.
you go. It does.
Alright.
And you like playing me, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, they're starting right now. An hour. That's all it's going to take for Tim to wipe the field.
What? No.
He's got a forehand that he worked on yesterday. He's got a pretty sneaky forehand.
It was just yesterday. I don't have that anymore.
The thing about me is I don't get very many things like that.
Oh no. Why? It's a fun game, man. I just love playing.
There we go.
There's only 2.
So we got Tim Genevicz versus Scott Arnold. So Tim does not have a rank.
This is game 2 of 2.
So hopefully Scott doesn't lose this one. He might die.
He was putting up some pretty solid defense
Well,
yesterday.
since
at
Tim
the,
is
the
unranked,
weekly.
Tim is ranked, but he is like bronze level
400, 300?
No, 200. He has his elo is 222, and Scott dropped down from 810 to 709. What?
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm back, guys.
Were you saying stuff? We couldn't hear.
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back. Can I get you guys anything to drink?
Can you give me a Pepsi?
Yep.
I'll get a beer.
My
please.
cup is
A beer.
What's that,
beer.
Pepsi?
Yeah.
Mountain Dew,
Dang,
please.
Nathan completely ignored me and walked out of the room.
Alright.
I just want everybody to know that.
Nate's just a good friend like that.
It's okay. In North Carolina, they'd have brought me what I asked for. Just saying.
Well, we're not in North Carolina, are we, Matt?
No.
Thank you.
So no, don't do that. So Tim is ranked 18th in Idaho.
Do you want to redo the intro so that we can just slice it here?
No.
Oh, it smells like
You
Pokeball.
guys ready to rock?
Pokeball.
They're ready to rock. Anthony has gone from champion to ref.
What a downgrade.
And I get to make all the decisions.
Nah, I hate being ref for more than like 2-3 games in a
And
row.
here we go to Scott's game 1.
All right.
Looks like Scott
got possession. Scott's really good
I am
at that.
Not ready. But we can see here on our player tracker. So Tim is a older, very slower, methodical player.
Whoa.
Hey, you don't need to be fast to be a good player.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a guy in Texas called I think you know his name.
Yeah. Oh wow, nice.
Oreo.
Nice cut.
Who was the guy
That was a
in
cut.
Texas?
I think his name it's a Cummings.
Mike Cummings.
Mike Cummings. he
Mr.
is
Mike?
Thank you.
we call him Papa Mike because he's the father of the world champion Connor Cummings.
He's in his 60s. He started in his 40s.
Yeah, just like you.
Yeah.
That was a great left ball under from Tim. Let's hope I caught that one. Oh, just a little too late. We're deep in conversation. I can't keep
Story of your life. Oh, scored on himself.
No. We might see that a lot here. And it gets stuck. So he's letting that sink in.
Guys, my mom said she might be tuning in here soon.
Oh, to hear you commentate, so we'll just be quiet and let you do the whole thing.
Yeah,
no, do not leave me alone on this. I may be a talker, but I am not a lone talker.
All right. Same for me.
What
So
are you
we see
talking about?
Tim has 2 points against Scott, so that's already doing pretty good against the number 6 player in Idaho now.
It wasn't that bad of a fall, though.
It was kind of expected. I thought Anthony might get 4. Oh, that was a nice right wall under.
Tim will bring a bunch of surprises that you won't be expecting. They got the brown top at home.
Yeah, they recently got a vintage brown top. Oh, that was a beautiful cut from Scott, the left hand. Couldn't get that on replay because there was already other replay on it. Oh, left forehand, left ball over. That was
Brown
great.
top secret.
The brown top secrets, indeed. Another cut shot from Scott.
Dude, that underhand, that underhand can be a deadly shot sometimes.
So that brown top is probably telling stories about
What is happening? What happened there?
Look at that
That's
shot.
That's a novel. I like it.
That's the elder plot power, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Elder god plot
You got 2
power.
people watching right now? Is that how much?
We have 7 people
7.
watching.
7? I was just...
Including me, because I have to could quality control the stream.
That's fair. That's fair.
Another, I think Scott's playing a little bit more easier on Tim.
I don't think he is. He may be just tired.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he just finished a nice, hard challenge
That
match
was
versus,
over. So over was called, and now goes back to Tim's possession. It was 5-4.
Challenge matches can take a lot out of you.
I didn't expect him to have this be a close match against Scott.
I just spilled my Mountain Dew all over myself.
Watch out for all the equipment.
Yeah. Oh, the behind the mallet shot from Scott. I think Tim was trying to go for a forehand, maybe, or what was he gonna do?
My pants are wet.
Looks like Tim will do a push.
He's punching it.
Scott
Ooh.
with
Tim did very
the
well though.
final shot being a cut.
That was a cross.
No, that was a cut. It was a left hand.
That went all the way across the table.
Oh, right. It's a cross? Oh, no.
Isn't it so weird?
You have to be mindful of that. Have to always use left and right hand. You don't know what these players will do. Especially Scott. He's an unpredictable fellow.
He's a wild guy.
Speck over there pouring his Pepsi.
Into my
sounds like
Pepsi.
We have to say
Pepsi
that because
cup.
it could be other things.
I'm pouring Pepsi into my Pepsi cup.
You gotta specify what liquid's being put where.
We're not sponsored by Pepsi, but if you like to sponsor us, we'll be very
Yeah.
inclined to take your sponsorship.
Yeah, right?
All right, here we go. Heading into game 2. There's no breaks.
Tim looks like he took that loss hard. I don't understand why.
Well, he wasn't very confident going into this game.
He should be.
I
He
think
does
he
really
should
well.
be confident.
I think you should be confident,
Forehand
not
shot
cocky.
from Tim.
That's a nice
Oh,
straight
someone
shot.
hit a replay.
Believe in yourself, but don't be cocky.
Who did that?
I don't know. A flurry of shots coming out from Scott. Oh, that was a left wall over. Jeez. After such a long volley, he finally got that first point in. Now Tim is kind of a soft hitter. And oh my goodness, he hit the shot of the week.
That was solid.
You don't have to be fast to win.
Well, a lot of air hockey pros say that power is king. Oh no.
Maybe, but power is nothing without accuracy.
That is true.
I'll tell you that.
You can
100
do
times
so many
over.
soft over shots. Oh my goodness, just like
Forehand.
that. A forehand left wall over.
That's crazy.
It was a very soft forehand shot, but it
Ooh.
goes in nonetheless. And Kai was right. You don't need power to be great. All you need is accuracy to be great.
No, if you can be accurate and
Cross.
fast, accuracy and speed is a killer combination. But you do not have to be fast. Just got to be able to hit your shots.
This is Scott here setting up for the right wall over. It does not make it. Tim going for the forehand again.
Switching hands.
Oh, you see
Ooh.
Tim just grimacing away from the table.
Just backing down. He's going for another forehand
Another
right here.
forehand. You just see.
Guys,
see
my
the
mom's
setup.
listening. Hi, Mom.
Oh. You've made it, Kai. You can now say the hi mom thing on broadcast.
Hi, Mom.
Well,
on
I was
TV.
calling to see what
I'm
my
on
curfew
TV,
is.
Mom.
I was calling to see what my curfew was. I'm like, yeah, Mom, you can listen in if you want. She's like, I might just do that. I'm like, okay.
All right. Well, this is a slow game for both players because they both.
Yo, there we go.
Oh no! Oh, jeez.
That's my dad's
that
account.
was a great shot from Scott. Let's see that one more time. It's 2-5. A great right wall
Oh my
over
God,
from Tim.
We're
Two
getting
right wall
we're
over
getting
shots.
scores in the middle of our replays.
A left
Oh
wall
my gosh.
over from Scott. This is the battle of the overs now. No one's doing any more straight shots. It's just over shots on the banks. Oh no! And Tim scores on himself.
Yikes.
I think Nathan's confused.
Oh, he was right there to block it, but he moved out of the way just last second.
He juked himself.
All right.
Hi, guys, Mom.
I wonder if Nathan can give Tim some advice on how to proceed. You think Scott is pretty comfortable right now?
I think comfortable, yeah. As long as he doesn't get cocky. Because you meet a lot of players who think they are really good and that this newbie will never be able to beat them, and that's their downfall.
It's happened to me before.
Oh yeah, no, plenty of times.
It's like Scott gets possession on game number 3, and he gets the first point on the cross. It's like Tim is increasing his power level. Some harder shots.
Tim's leveling up right now.
Forehand.
Ooh, that was a strong shot.
It's like Tim shoot and a miss. Scott responds with a shoot and a miss. I'm still.
Or are those off goals?
Okay, so am I.
I think those are misses. I don't think Scott never really does off goals. He's not that off goal type player. He just it's either it goes in or doesn't. Oh no! Tim self scores on himself. This is a 3-0.
That's always rough.
A right wall
30.
over for Tim. 3-1 now. See, if Tim can just hone in on... Oh, look at that! It's a cross!
Oh,
that was
great.
a slow cross, but it worked.
Scott with the 30.
Scott was just oblivious to where that puck was going. Oh, Tim screams out in pain as
How
he
did
gets
that go
scored
in?
on with the left wall under. We have a replay to see how that went.
I can't even tell, even with
You
the
still
replay.
can't tell.
That like went through his mallet.
We should call him Scott the Magic Man again. He just goes through your mallet like magic.
Call him the transporter.
The transporter. Looks like Tim here is trying to get some shots in, but it's just not connecting through. So.
Well, yeah, he's not the transporter.
He's not. What do we call Tim?
Yeah, what do we call Tim? What do we?
That should be
up to Tim.
David call.
Yeah, what do you?
What's his nickname?
Doesn't know.
we don't know Tim's nickname.
He doesn't
Just
have
Tim.
one.
Call him Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Tim Fletcher, but
Tim the Tool Man.
Nice right wall under from Tim off the forehand left wall. Catches Scott off guard. It's 4-3 right now.
Oh, I almost went in.
This is a great fight for Tim because
Sir
he
Timothy
is severely down on his
Sir
ranks.
Timothy.
Oh, that forehand almost goes in. Sir Timothy.
I like Sir Timothy. That's a good one.
Oh, he misses the puck.
We're switching hands. Oh.
Kai called it.
Beautiful
He
shot.
saw the switch. It was inevitable.
Well, just as long as he switches while he's in possession, I think that vulnerability just goes away.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah,
So, yeah,
because he's
as
in
long-
possession.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any vulnerabilities
because,
when the puck is in his possession.
The first game that he played against Anthony, he switched while Anthony had
Yeah,
position and he lost it.
he does have a habit of switching when it's not in his possession, so that's how he gets scored on.
That's just
It's
yeah.
one of
That's
my
where
favorite things to do.
take advantage of the. I
'Cause
mean,
he's
sometimes
sitting there like this, and I just go, wow.
Yeah, sometimes it's just what you gotta do.
Tim with the forehand shots again. I think he's been learning that.
The thing with the forehand is you know where it's gonna go.
Not with my forehands.
Okay.
With Specs forehands, it's going to miss.
Okay.
It's just
I
where
think I
it's
hit a
missing
lot.
is the question.
I hit so many forehands on you that last game.
Point.
it is game point for Scott. Scott is looking to close out this game.
Remember
number 3.
when all of the teenagers, we'd slap the puck down in forehand for our serve? That's how we'd serve it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You don't want to do that.
That was shut down after the first state we did.
Great.
Because all the Texas players were
Was
like,
he
what are we
right-handed or was he
doing?
left-handed for that? He was right-handed and went for the cross. The final shot replay is the cross right here. A thumbs up from Scott. Giving up some confidence.
I'm hearing them out there, and I think there's somebody else in the room with us.
Yeah, it's,
I'm like, what the
those
heck?
microphones are good. It's like surround sound.
Yeah. 1 minute break.
See Scott's bulging biceps and shoulder as Nathan in the background cleans the table.
I wonder if Nathan's going to consider changing his career path to table cleaner.
Just a table janitor.
He just travels around and
You're doing a
he just
good
travels
job,
around
kid.
the world maintaining the tables.
Well, it's like Karate Kid, you know, it's like wax off, wax on. And that's how
I need to rewatch that. I don't think I've seen that movie since I was like 6. I need to rewatch that movie.
They did a remake with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. I am a big fan of Jackie Chan.
I love Jackie Chan. Have you seen Mr. Nobody? Is that what it is? Who am I? Who am I?
What?
Jackie Chan movie. Who am I?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's such a good movie.
I don't watch movies that much.
Yeah, no.
Here we go. Game number 4.
Alright,
Who will
going.
get the first possession? Or game number 3, actually. Sorry.
And it's Scott's.
It's Scott's point.
Right now, it's the Scott show. Can Tim come up with a viable offense to get past Scott's
I think he should
defense?
stop doing those forehands. It's very telling. Unless he
Yeah.
does it over.
Yeah, unless he can manage to hit an overshot, it's...
Ooh, nice
Those forehands are just
nice
giving himself
cross
away.
from Scott. Our replay's taking a little while here. There we go.
There it is. We're getting our replay now.
Super,
that was
super lag.
very
We're lagging a
laggy.
little bit.
Ooh.
If you'd like to sponsor us with better computer equipment, please do. Oh, nice cross.
Cut.
It was a
Cut.
cross. It was on right hand.
Right hand on the right side.
Oh, nice.
him and his
Wait,
switching
did
hands.
Tim just switch hands? And are my eyes deceiving me?
Oh, no, he did?
Did a cut with the
He
left
is
hand.
switching.
Oh, he's giving Scott a little bit of his own medicine.
We got 2 ambidextrous players over here. It's for a very interesting game.
Looks like scores are not updating. I'll update them right now. Looks like it's 1-3, right?
Maybe Anthony fell asleep from this great win.
He's tired.
Oh,
He's gonna have a good sleep tonight.
Oh, so we are on. We're falling asleep here.
We're having a little bit of technical
Beck fell
difficulties.
asleep.
You know, I thought we were on game 4, but I saw the scoreboard and I was like, oh, maybe we're not. But sure enough, we are on game 4.
So Scott wins this game, and it is the end of set 1.
This is a bit of a more relaxing match.
Yeah.
Not as intense. Oh my goodness, look at that right wall under from Tim. That was great. He like let it drift a little bit, stops it, smacks it down the right wall. Some double walls from Tim. Oh, and that cross again from Scott, looking to close out
Tim
the
is
set.
looking defeated.
Well, Tim has never played a challenge match. This is his first time playing a challenge match.
I only ever played one.
Oh, and that final shot is a
I played
cross.
challenge matches when the games were best 4-7 out of 4-7 sets.
Oh yeah, that was the old way.
It took us like 3 hours to finish it. It took us so long.
These are faster.
Yeah.
You could put more energy into it.
Yeah, no, by our last
Uh-oh.
match, my challenger
Computer
was
freaked
feeling
out.
quite exhausted. Double victory.
Nope. I pressed the wrong button, but I saved it.
Lou says, "Come on, give him a chance."
Come on, give him a chance. There's no chances. If he does give him a chance, he might lose his super ranking.
Yeah, you gotta.
So what would
We're giving advice right now.
If Scott loses this match, if he does, let's see. He will lose 5 overtank points, which will equate to.
Hold on, we're doing math.
We're doing math right now. 175 points will be lost on Scott's end.
Ooh.
So that's not a good outlook for Scott if he loses this.
So even if it's not as high stakes, it'd still be quite unfortunate if he were to.
So we'll be meeting out you back on the couch and we'll interview these players here.
Yeah, that last shot, that little corner area, that's what I was doing. The majority against Anthony.
Couch go interview on the
And
couch.
I really should have done a lot more of that, actually. Even the shots that missed, I should have just...
We're gonna have Kai go out there and interview them.
It's kind of like a grind down.
Yes.
Eventually they go in. Hey, hey.
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hold on.
Oh, is it Kai jumping in?
Yeah, I'm jumping in.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh, am I jumping in alone?
No, I got you. I got you. Okay, okay. Oh man, we got Drake in the chat saying, "Get your head in the game, Tim. Come on!" in all capital letters. Tim, how do you feel about that? This is your first ever challenge match that you've ever done. What are your thoughts?
I'm having fun.
That's always good.
I see some things that I could probably do. Slow it down. I don't know. I love playing the game, so I'm here for that.
Yeah. You know, it's fun because I've heard that air hockey is one of the very few sports where you need your opponent to get better. Like you need your opponent for you to get better, and you also want your opponent to get better so that way you get better. It's one of those weird sports where you have to encourage each other to be able to beat the other person, right?
Yeah.
It's like the whole plot to the movie. Was it Hot Rod? What was the movie where he has to he wants to beat up his stepdad really bad, but his stepdad comes down with an illness, so he has to work really hard to get his stepdad some implant, so that way he can then beat his dad out, right? It's entire, and that's what air hockey is in a nutshell. Where after each game, I usually after the games we want you to tell each other how to get better, right? Yeah. And so I'm not gonna have you guys do this because the game's still going, but afterwards you just think about while you're playing something that the other player could work on. Mm-hmm. I'm noticing your forehands, Tim, are really good. You got your forehand. I saw you practicing that yesterday, and already today it's paying off. So it's only one day of practice, and you're already able to play.
It's only been a couple days since I've done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So a lot of perfection still need to.
I encourage you guys to watch the games after too. There's nothing better than watching yourself play. And, there's nothing better as a teacher than watching yourself playing. Why did I do that? Oh, I see I'm pulling back when they shoot, or I see I'm going too far forward, or too far left, or too far right, whatever. So, I'm looking for anything in the chat. So you guys out there watching this, throw some questions. Ask them right now live. This is a live chat, so go ahead and throw something in there. Scott, what's your thoughts about playing with this guy, this being his very first challenge match game?
Well, I really enjoy playing with Tim, which is why I was looking forward to this challenge match. I always have to focus and play really well, and honestly, I think Tim's biggest enemy is going to be just taking it too laid back and casual. I think that might be what throws him off. That's what threw me off in my game against you, so yeah.
We need to have his son pretend that he's in danger or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
this game is life and death for him.
Okay, stepdad, I need to figure this out.
Imagine a scenario where I'm like an actual bad guy, like you have to destroy or something.
Life or stink. Come on.
That's what I have to tell myself. And
It's hard to do.
But I think that you've got a really good point, Scott, and that is that I absolutely hate playing someone that I enjoy as a friend. Sarah Wiseman's a great example of this, right? She's a good friend of mine. I hate playing her because I don't really care who wins. I would rather her win, right? And so I do worse against people that I want them to win. Angie DeMauro is another good example of that. I want her to win that game. Brandon DeMauro, I want him to win that. And I want them to win it more than me, and then I end up losing, and then I'm mad at myself for it. Right? And so I have to sort of, when I'm playing against somebody, turn that off and say, they're the enemy, just while this game is going, right? As soon as the game's over, we get to shake hands again, and we're back to being humans, but right now,
Right now, this is enemy number one.
I guess what we're saying, Tim, is we want you to be like,
Yeah, we want you to really into it.
I honestly
Really
think
get into
if
it.
you get really
Just
aggressive, you'll probably play better. I think you will, actually.
he's gonna Hulk out on you now, and you're gonna regret that we gave him this advice.
You're gonna get them to destroy you the rest of this.
Tim, smash!
Maybe later. Maybe that'll happen later.
Maybe, perhaps.
In the season.
If your neck veins aren't doing that vein thing, then you're not into it enough. Okay, so we got some chat. We got Matt in chat saying, Tim, try not to turtle so much. Turtling is when the opposite player hasn't hit it yet, and you start pulling back before they've hit it. You want to pull back once they've hit it, once it hits your mallet, right? You're pulling back right before it hits your mallet. But if you pull back before they hit it, now you just opened up spots on both sides of your goal. So don't turtle. And he said, bring your defense up a bit to block those bank shots. You want to bring up your defense a little bit there. And then we got Lou. He's asking if you like playing challenge matches. So after your first match, do you enjoy it?
So far, this is great.
Cool.
It's
Got a great opponent. Like we said, it's friend thing or whatever. But
Oh, we got a question for Kai. I don't know if you saw this one from Emily. She's wanting to know
what restaurant in Nampa has the best tacos.
Yeah, and so Kai, this one's for you. In Nampa, which restaurant has the best tacos?
Tin Roof Tacos, and then that's not just because I work there.
Shout out to Tin Roof Tacos.
Tin Roof Tacos.
Shout out to Tin Roof Tacos. Thanks guys for jumping into our chat. What else we got here? Lou's also saying that Timo was fun to play, Scott. We got one more that just popped in. They're wondering if we have any tips on how they could get better. This is for both of them. So this is a new player asking you guys what tips you would give to a new player to get better.
well, I got a table. No.
Get the table.
Buy an
Step number one.
But it's
buy
just getting
table.
out and practicing. If you come on Sundays to the arcade, I don't know if you live local or not, but just getting around the guys. There's a lot of good guys, and they'll tell you things that's valuable. And just coming out and being around those kind of guys and actually playing, I think that's...
Yeah. What'd you say, Scott?
I feel like a broken record, but I tell every new person, peripheral view defense, PVD. That's what I always say to people. It's been around for like 40 plus years, a long time, but it's the bread and butter of having a good defense, which makes the shots for your offense that much easier.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't get overly distracted by the puck, basically.
Pros will say that too. That the guys at like the top 10 in the world will say stand up straight, and so that way you're able to see your defense, you're able to see your goal, your focus. One player told me that he stares at the very center. I've tried this; it did not work for me. But he said he stares at the middle of the table, right where the logo is, and he stares at that and he looks through the table. Is what he says, as in like his focal point is a little bit past it. And that's how he plays defense. And I'm like, that does not sound like it'll work. I tried it.
Disorienting.
I know, I tried it. Did not work for me. But he plays pretty well, so I don't know. I would never.
What works for some people doesn't always work for everybody else.
I feel like it would fly off the table and hit me in the face before I could focus on it. Just like slap, and I'm like, what? So
some of those fly pucks will get you real good. You've hit me with a few of those.
Focus on the shots that are easiest to get into, accurate shots. Like brand new people, that's what I tell. Notice what's going in easiest, just keep doing that.
Biggest tips for defense that I would say is just holding the mallet the right way. Right, show them how to hold the mallet, guys.
Hold the mallet, yep.
Yeah, I would say hold it like, you never hold it by the nub. You hold it with 3 fingers in the trough there, and you bring your defense up. You don't pull all the way back. All right.
Sam always taught me the second screw on the long sides. So, yep, right there. That's what he always told me.
That's where the defense...
And that's working pretty okay for me.
It works pretty well. All right, well, we got the next set coming up. Any last words? Tim, what's your... you going to Hulk out?
You know what? I'm just going to give it my all, I guess. I heard the comments.
Give it more than your all.
David, we need you to act like you're in peril. We need your dad to Hulk out for this next game.
We need to give him a reason to really go at it.
All right, we'll see you guys on the table. Whose stuff is that? Can we have whatever it is? Would you be able to move it right over here, just so it's not a camera shot? The chat's blowing up. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's like the same 3
I'm gonna go get the audio.
What the hell is Drake?
We're back.
Robert is not Drake last
Well,
I'm a bet against Kai. What are we betting against? Why am...
starting.
I would say you're meeting me. Okay. Why are we betting against me again?
What?
Drake, Tim is locked in. I'm gonna bet against Sky. What is that? Locked in, bro. I got 20 on Tim. What? I'm not even playing.
I'm a bet against Kai.
For the boys. What did I do, man? What did I do?
All right.
Who is Drake?
Set number 2. On
Oh, this is my friend Drake. Okay.
Looks like Scott. Scott gets the first points.
Dang.
In possession. Tim, please.
Drake, stop it.
Another left ball over from Scott.
Ooh, those are
crispy.
Tim says he deserved it.
Drake's gonna double his bet. He's going all in. And it looks like Tim is focused now, Drake. So I don't think.
Drake, if you're hoping for $20 from me, I'm not giving you $20.
Looks like, oh man, Scott hitting another cut shot from his left hand, and Tim is going all out with the flurry of shots.
I'm not
right
giving
now.
you $20.
Scott with the right wall under.
Suddenly it's 4-0.
Wii Sports? I haven't played Wii Sports in so long, guys.
Suddenly it's 4-0 indeed. It might be 5-0 after this possession. Oh yeah, blocks it. Blocks the right wall over. Scott going from the left hand, tries to do the left wall over, blocks it. Tim blocks it beautifully. Tim brings up the forehand, hits a left wall, another left wall, right off goal, gets possession back. Another right wall off goal, left wall off goal.
Okay, guys. Unfortunately, I gotta interrupt because I gotta go home.
Oh
so, would you like to commentate? No. All right. Perfect. All right. I will see you guys later.
We'll see you
All right,
later.
thanks for commentating.
Thanks for tuning in for our first game. Oh, that was a strong shot from Tim. You saw that, but did not go in. Looks like Tim. Oh, man. You gotta turn those off.
It's 15 minutes.
If you're listening in, Xander, you got 15 minutes to go to bed.
You too, Liam.
You know, it's 8:30 and it's still bright out. Isn't that wild?
I know, it makes my kids crazy. It's still light outside. Why I have to go to bed?
Right.
Because you're 10 years old. And it's school night.
Is this? I thought summer vacation is here.
Oh, Nathan has come back into the booth.
Nathan Buzz, our current #1 player.
He's going to take up the mantle.
Our only level 7 player in Idaho. Oh, look at that right wall under from Tim.
As Tim avoids the skunk.
Tim avoids the skunk with that beautiful right wall under. Here we go. Scott with another flurry of shots. Tim gets possession. He will shoot the forehand. Nose does not hit anything. Lou does not go to bed till 3 a.m. What do you think about that?
I believe it. That sounds about normal for me.
Okay.
Oh, is that why you answer my text at weird hours?
Right? I do that on purpose. Anytime someone tells me they have an early bedtime, I say, okay, texts will be sent at midnight.
Oh, Lou is 14.
Oh, Tim keeps going for those forehands, but he's losing aim. He keeps, see, like right there.
He is just taking it easy, you know,
With
being
it-
laid back and.
With him missing those shots, he's sort of doing Scott a favor. Scott doesn't really have to block as much if Tim's not going to aim those shots in.
That's kind of his downfall because Scott might just be
Ooh,
overly
nice
relaxed.
left wall shot. You'll notice before most of Scott's shots, he does a little pump fake because he's aiming his shot, right? And he gets low. So you'll notice that when, like right there, see how Scott's getting low to the table? That's him aiming, right? He's getting low, he's aiming his shot, and Tim isn't at that level quite yet. Oh, no!
That was the final shot.
That is
Round
not the
robin.
way to end that game. But I will say Tim is going to get a lot of experience after this one. You know, he definitely challenged, trying to go from 18 to number 4. Or actually I believe it's number 7 now. Scott just got bumped to 7 after the game earlier today.
6.
Six.
He is
6. And so, Tim,
It says 4 right there. So
not
I
for-
can see your confusion.
Not for
Somebody
long.
Erroneously.
Not for long.
Erroneously put. Oh my god.
Yeah, see.
It says 4 right now.
It says
I don't know.
6.
No, it doesn't.
right
It says
now.
6.
Oh, my eyes.
I think your aging eyes is deceiving you.
Probably. Aging, macular degeneration. It's
So
a
that
real
was a
thing.
7-1 game.
So Tim just bought a table, and it's one of the original brown tops, which is awesome. And his
Brown.
son David has been upcoming. His son David got second place in
Tim gets
yesterday's
possession.
weekly. I think that. Wait, didn't you play him today, Spec? Did you play David today or no?
Nope.
I want to see that game. Like before y'all leave, I want to see a game with David versus Spec.
Well, Scott needs to hurry up and win so I can play David.
Hurry up and win. So we were out there talking to Tim a second ago, and even Scott was telling him, hey, what you really need right now is to, show some energy, right? You're taking it too relaxed. Your biggest problem is that you're too relaxed while playing right now. And so we were trying to encourage Tim to Hulk out, but he was like, well, it's just a fun game. Oh, he stops it. Oh, it's at the angle. That counts as no goal, but I think Scott's just going to give it to him. It'd be so great if this game was ended 7-6 with Tim because of that 1 point right there. And so, he was like, well, there's no reason to be. This is just a fun game. And so we said, okay, his son David needs to be in peril. So David, David's right now our amazing camera worker over here listening in. We were saying that you need to act like you're dying or something.
Has he changed the angle once?
He will now. Watch this angle change. Look at that. That is the handiwork of David.
Oh.
He's changed it at least 2 times.
See,
now.
that's why I don't get to do it because I don't notice.
Yeah.
He's been a good
Until
job.
you get your heavy camera operator license.
It's like a forklift operator. You need to get your license. I'm camera operator certified. It's not as cool as forklift operator certified.
Okay, so I see in the chat Lou is saying he would win against who? I see Tim definitely locking in on him. Definitely so cool. Okay.
We have 4 cameras right now.
How many cameras do we have? We've got a lot. We just don't use a lot of them. We just switched out because we have an amazing sponsor, Ruth, from Ruthless Real Estate. And so we just changed out all of our cameras. So we have a whole bunch of extra webcams that we were previously
It is
using.
still 1-0. No one has made a point yet except for Tim.
Yep.
This has been a great volley. For
Oh, he goes for a forehand push. It's blocked. Tim goes for an off-goal, scores on himself.
There's the other point, and it's a self-score.
Kai is forklift certified.
Kai listening in on our stream.
Kai, she legit is forklift certified. She's not heavy camera certified yet, though.
She's legitimately forklift certified, so that makes her cool.
David had to go through an entire school today that lasted about 20 seconds. And so he passed with flying colors, so...
Tim with a double wall. Let's see what Tim is... Tim is like popping off with these shots. He like jumps a little bit when he shoots.
Like Mark Robbins.
Oh, look at that shot from Scott. It was a cross, left-handed cross.
Is there an echo in here?
There's no echo in here.
No, it's like we got it playing here too. We're all hearing things.
I'm listening in, Nathan. I think it's you. Oh, I just missed a shot from Tim. Tim with...
It's 2-2. Oh no! Tim scores on himself on the back of his mallet.
Put it back.
I didn't do anything. Oh.
Stop messing with my audio, guys.
Oh man, Tim gets it back. I will say that right now Tim has what anyone would call the element of surprise. Right now, if he suddenly starts playing hard, there's no way Scott's gonna be able to react to it fast enough. Oh, beautiful,
Nice cross
beautiful cross.
from
I have to say
Scott.
that Tim was playing harder yesterday versus me. From what I'm
Should
seeing
I
right
give
now.
Tim my mallet and see if he does better?
I gave him mine.
He said no, thank you.
Really?
Actually, is he using one of the orange ones?
Yeah.
Okay. I gave him my patented spec mallet yesterday because I knocked his mallet off the table and it cracked it.
Oh,
And so
you
I had to
horrible
give
person.
him one of mine.
Wow.
I know.
What a jerk.
It just felt. It wasn't even like it got thrown off. It just got bonked off the table. I want to see Tim Hulk out so bad right now. Okay,
give
so
him this mallet and we'll
so-
see his true potential.
David, have you ever seen your dad Hulk out? He's saying no.
Not even in discipline. Like you're going down.
Is
David,
Tim like
you
a
burned the
mover or
carpet.
something? I heard he goes out of town a lot.
That's where he goes to Hulk out. His family's never seen it. Oh, see, okay, so do you see how Tim is defending? I really liked his stance right there, and Scott was leaning forward to aim.
He like backs off from the table a lot. Look at him, he's like walking
Yeah, but
away.
that's the best way to do it. Then he's got his peripheral vision set. Scott goes for a shot. He gets it back. Oh,
he misses it.
That would have been the best off speed if he had pulled that off. That was great. Oh, left wall under. Come on, Tim. I mean, here's the thing. Here in the American Air Hockey League, we always root for the underdog. So that's why last game we were really kind of heavy towards Anthony.
But Anthony was doing very good.
He did really good. We almost had to start rooting for Scott at that point. And right now, the entire world is rooting for Tim. You know, he's one of the newest members that we have with the American Air Hockey League. He's currently ranked as number 18. And he's still able to pull off some points against number 6.
Yeah, very close games, too. And he loses his mallet.
Block your goal. Oh, my God.
So when someone loses their mallet, it's just a penalty. And the puck gets given to the other player. So it just means that Scott starts with possession.
Scott with a flurry of shots again. Not going through his old style. Oh, he blocks that over. Left wall over from the far end. Does not block his own shot. Scott with a methodical play here. Almost makes it in, but does not end. There it is.
Game point.
He gets that left-handed cut. As he's so desirably needed.
I can't win unless I, in my head, just tell myself I have to win this. Like, my family's at risk if I don't win this game right now.
That is absolutely not true.
It is true. Unless I'm against somebody that, you know...
Maybe I should go against you.
Doesn't push me to that limit.
So how does it feel being level 7 now in Idaho?
Ooh, Scott takes the win. He's only 2 games away from taking this.
See the trend that's forming right here? 5-2. Or 2-7, 3-7, 5-7.
Yep. Tim is coming back. Soon he's going to start winning these, and Scott's not going to know what to do. How does it feel to be a level 7 in Idaho and for the American Air Hockey League? I think that it's not going to feel real until I fully beat George Anderson. So I'm hoping George comes back over here to take his rightful place as number 1, and I'm hoping to kick him out.
Rightful? He's from
in
Oregon.
Number 2.
How is that the rightful place in Idaho?
In the American Air Hockey League, we don't discriminate on state. We don't in you know.
Well, you did get beat in Idaho, so.
That's true. So I got to regain my honor. What are these guys saying? Let's zoom in. He's talking about washing things. He's talking about
getting rashes.
He's giving Tim some hygiene notes.
Hygiene advice.
David, how hygienic would you say your dad is? He said the word very. not to Scott.
Looks like Tim gets that possession.
That's good.
This
is the comeback game.
Oh.
Maybe I said that too soon. I'm going to say it now. This is the comeback game. Oh, he needs to hit that way harder. Way harder. Come on, Tim. Yeah, there it is. Right wall over.
That was a great shot from Tim.
See, here's the thing. All Tim needs is a few good goals in a row, and Scott's going to fall apart because he's not going to expect him to come back that hard.
I see Tim smiling.
See, that's as hard as he was hitting it yesterday.
I know he needs to whip that thing way harder. That's why we hold it with only 3 fingers instead of holding the top part of the mallet, so that way you're able to whip your wrist and it hits the puck with much more force.
Whip it.
Oh, nice charge from Tim.
Good.
He's trying to read Scott's ability right
now. He did it. He charged it and blocked it and then gained possession. That was a beautiful play by Tim. Tim now going for some
pushing.
Yeah, he's kind of pushing the puck. He's not hitting it. He needs to smash that thing.
Like a punch.
Scott punches the puck. Tim pushes it. Oh, look at that.
This is gonna be. If Tim keeps it up, he's gonna get a nickname he doesn't want.
The pusher.
He's gonna be called like fruit punch or something.
Fruit punch. Oh man! And a left wall or right wall under goes in for Scott.
The pusher.
Oh no, it's a cross.
His logo could be like the skull from the Punisher, but just slightly off.
Okay. It's like missing 2 teeth.
Oh, nice!
Nice cross.
That's what we
Beautiful.
See. Loose as crop duster.
Crop duster.
He needs to just keep hammering those good straights.
like
He knows
Anthony
it.
did.
We know it.
Anthony tried to do so many straight shots.
I see Drake saying that Kai doesn't know that he's actually forklift certified, but I don't think Drake realizes that Kai is also like actually forklift certified. Don't ever underestimate Kai. I've regretted it way too many times.
And Kai says, "Where is your card?"
Yeah, Pixar didn't happen. That's what's
Kai showed us her card, and I can definitely say she is forklift certified.
David, I need to make you a card for being heavy camera operator. I'm gonna get a post-it
It's
note
just
real quick.
it's just like a post-it note.
Jot it down.
with a terrible drawing of him.
Oh, have you seen that star that says it's like a gold star, but it's
Yor
drawn
did
badly?
it?
This says "Yor did it." That's what you're getting, David.
What?
Gold star, Yor did it. Come on, Tim.
Tim
Oh, it was a
almost
good right
makes
wall
it.
over.
Oh man, if Tim could just adjust a little bit more for his shots, he could actually take this game from Scott.
Come on, Tim. No. Hulk out. This is the moment. Scream
He is
out.
hulking
Get
out. Look.
serious. Hit it hard. That was good. That was good.
He's
Oh, no.
hulking out right now.
I don't see that neck vein popping. I'm telling you, unless your neck vein is popping.
I see his forehead vein popping.
That's different.
That's different.
That's different. We don't talk about that.
Oh.
Alley Cat sets it up. Goes
rim
for a
out.
double, a triple, and he gets the left wall.
Cat scratch fever.
Cat scratch fever.
Sorry. What is this? What is this?
That's a dental flosser.
What is
You
this?
should. If you don't know what that is, then I'm
It's a dental
afraid for you.
floss. You don't floss?
Why is
You
this
should-
used thing here?
You should always.
I always
brush
keep my
and
dental
floss.
floss near me in my desk.
Yeah, man.
You never know when you need to floss.
Yeah. Oh shoot! We got them saying that Kai started driving when she was 12. We got Scott now 5-2 versus Tim. Scott only needs this game plus one more to close out this challenge match. Tim's actually doing quite well, honestly, for this being his very first challenge match. I think that he'd. Oh, right wall over. For those of you that don't know much about air hockey, that right there is one of the hardest shots to do, where you hit it to the right wall and it goes to the far side of the goal, not the closer side to the wall. And if he can do that more than like once, then he's gonna have this game. Tim sets up, goes for another right wall over.
Oh my goodness!
It's also one of the most effective versus Nathan.
It really is. I find that it's more effective to the better player. Ooh, that was a right wall mid shot. Let's take a look at where that landed. Oh, and Tim returns it.
Over.
It was
over. It was a right wall over. It went to the far side of the goal.
Left wall over.
Scott right now could take this game.
Overs.
Switches to his left hand. It's blocked. Almost gains possession. That's one of the hardest parts about air hockey, is to block and then immediately take possession back. We've got 2 games happening right now. We've got one on the table. Oh no! And then we got one in the chat. We got this battle happening in the chat right now between who's certified and who isn't certified. Right?
Which car is better, a 12-speed manual or a 11-speed manual? I guess.
Okay, Scott sets it up. He could take the game right here, and he'll set himself up for only needing one more game. It's blocked.
Maybe Tim could actually get a game in, and it'll be an upset.
If right now Scott loses possession, he will set Tim up for a tie game. Let's see what happens here.
And then it's just downhill from there.
Scott gets low to the table, aims a shot, almost loses possession, gets it back, loses possession. Now Tim's got it. Nope. Tim lets it go.
Tim almost had it.
He almost had it. The whole game flashed before his eyes. Come on, Fruit Punch. He sets it up. He goes for the forehand. Come on, Crop Duster. I don't know which one's going to stick.
You can hear the
I don't think either of those are.
What do you call someone that has a forehead vein? I mean, like, we all have one, but you pointed his out.
Maniac.
Oh, there it is. 7-5.
Beautiful cross from
Alley Cat. Oh, there it is.
Wasn't that a cut?
No.
You can see Tim. See how he's smiling?
right-handed.
No, he needs to Hulk out. He needs to throw something against the wall. He needs to yeah. He needs to pull out like a stuffed animal and punch it a few times.
The cat plushie you have?
Yeah. Actually, that would be really great if he just like ripped the stuffing out of it. The
Yeah,
cat,
just
cat plushie. Scott's mascot.
Just throwing it all over the table.
Why did we ever call Scott mascot? And then he would have to play wearing a mask.
I think you're getting tired.
Think about it.
You're tired.
Mascot.
I think you've had a long day. Sun's getting pretty low there, big guy.
Oh man, we got one game. I should turn that camera.
We're one game away from.
Did you see the new feature?
What?
Hit the button.
Yeah, I was using it earlier.
Oh, Nathan went away.
Looks like they're ready again.
Went away. I don't know where he went.
He went out to adjust that camera.
Come on, Tim, Hulk out!
You hear Nathan saying, "Oh, Tim, no Hulk out right now."
He went to yell at Tim. I think there's something in the rules against that.
I was gonna go slap him but
I think he might kill him.
I feel like I know that's the thing. I feel like he's on the edge between totally peaceful and and Armageddon.
Being peaceful. Looks like Scott got that first possession.
Sets it up. Oh, he's taking his time on that. That was
went
good.
over the shot clock.
We got Matt and Jack going. Let's go!
Oh, nice transition. Get it from Tim. Tim will now
The
set it up.
Vein. We're just gonna call Tim the Vein now.
Yeah, we'll call Tim the Vein.
Oh,
no,
then should we call
point.
Scott Pinky and the Vein? Vein.
What do you mean Pinky?
I don't know. He's got two of them.
We call him the alley cat for a reason.
Oh, it almost went in. He saves it.
It should just come to you. We're trying too hard.
Ooh, left
Fruit punch
forehand.
with forehand shot. Nails it. Scott sets it up. Switches to his left hand. Oh, goes for a left wall over. So do you see how that went to the far side of the goal, away from the bank that it hit? So it hits the left rail and then goes to the far side. Actually, I guess I could say that's the right.
A double wall from Tim. Bring up to
Jungle
2-2.
shot. Scott now desperate. Why you? I don't want to be so close.
Get closer.
Bow, bow, dow, bow, dow,
Hey, we might get copyrighted. No singing here. Tim gets possession of the puck.
2-2. This is his last game.
Tim will now
if he
do a
doesn't win
forehand
this.
shot.
So this is his last chance. Oh, he scores it himself. That point's not going to count. I'm assuming that it was called by the ref before it went into his goal.
I don't know.
Do you see how the score staying 2-2? Ref is not calling it a goal. Yeah, it doesn't count, but it does go possession of Scott.
Now,
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so if it's not a goal, which is fine, it's not a goal. Yes, true. Well, it depends if you call it. If you look up his mouth,
looks like Nathan giving Anthony the book right now.
and then he gets possession. So either it's 2-2, Scott gets possession, or it's 2-3.
So, do you think Tim will win?
No.
He's got the confidence.
I think he still lacks the confidence.
All right. Did you give him the buck?
Maybe that'll make Tim Hulk out. Actually, well, I asked Anthony, who's reffing right now, like what happened exactly, and he says that he didn't call it. It does count as a goal, so then it does go possession to Tim.
Tim,
2-4 now. No, this is Tim's last chance. We've got a bunch of people in chat right after this game. If Scott wins this, they're gonna jump on the couch, and you guys can ask them some questions. So start firing up those questions in the chat right now to ask them for this game.
Under from Scott Arnold. Look at the shot, beautifully hit.
Yeah, perfect. And you see how it went to the close side of that goal instead of the far side. So that's an under versus an over.
Professional.
Scott misses, sets it back up, goes for the right wall.
Oh,
Oh, it bounced
Scott
off of
is
Tim's
on
mallet.
possible
BM.
Match point.
Match point right now. Oh, no!
Worst.
Match point given up by Tim.
Tim says, nobody makes me bleed my own blood, and scores on himself, taking the victory away from Scott.
Tim is the victor
He stuck
here.
the dismount. Oh, man. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the couch right now and start firing up some questions for the chat. We'll only keep them for about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but this
Matt
is fun.
says rip.
Rest in peace.
What's this word?
Professional.
Yeah, it's professional.
No, it's similar to that, but it's not quite that. Idiocy, I think.
Well, it kind of proves his point. Don't you think?
Yeah. Okay, are we muting this?
Yep. We'll meet you on the couch.
Thank you, man. Well, I got my first challenge match out of the way.
Just beat up my dad.
Yeah, I couldn't go for the stepdad thing, so.
Just beat up my dad.
You're supposed to Hulk out. Hey, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it here. She'll come back for it. All right, you guys want to jump on the couch?
Sounds good.
I got the loser spot.
Not a loser spot.
It's fun.
We got Kai in the chat now. She had to take off, and she's asking, what do you each think is your biggest weakness?
Oh, somebody did something here.
What do you think?
You know, Sat.
It's a big circle.
Well, let's not make a big
You know
deal.
what? I still have a weakness on defense, but I think I psych myself up. Like, you know, you have the psych thing that you told me about.
Yeah.
But and I go for one or two shots, and I don't really look at everything that's available. I see it after.
Sorry, the table's on. It's just loud. There it is. Ah.
There we go.
Wow, I
Peace
am
and quiet.
in the ice box right now.
Yeah.
I hope everybody caught that.
Look at my hair; it's like blowing in the wind.
That makes a lot of sense, though. Yeah. I mean, I have a similar thing, actually. I'd say my biggest weakness is very similar to what he's saying. It's just I can't seem to get myself to enjoy having to be deceptive in the game, so I don't enjoy that aspect of the game, really. So I like the accuracy, speed, focused on a shot that I know will work game. It's just the deception. I know it's necessary, but it just annoys me. I just can't bring myself to enjoy it. Oh, yeah, deception, you know? It's like,
right.
That's kind of my thing,
So, Tim, your first challenge match, I've heard it said that sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And so the question I have for you is, what would you learn this game?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Tremendous amount. I see common shots that Scott has, or whoever I play, and I also heard some of the comments from people about defense, and I actually tried a little bit harder, and I learned a lot of defense, I believe.
Yeah. You know, it's actually, you find this a lot in air hockey couples that play like a husband and wife. You'll notice that the offensive player, it's like one of them will be really good at offense and one will be really good at defense. So you're playing a lot with your son now, with the table that you got at home. And he's a more offensive player, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm seeing that when I'm playing against you, you have a pretty good defense building up. It's getting better there. And you've got a good forehand that you've got building now. So I'm expecting to see a lot more offensive come out of David and a lot more defensive come out of you because of those matchups that he's going to have. You know, I'm assuming when you play, he's mostly on the offensive, right? Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
So that's what we're going to find is it's going to be really hard to score on you, but your offense will be lacking compared to David. So he's going to have that. In his practice, he's not going to have as good of a defense, basically.
Right.
So, okay, other questions in the chat. People are saying nice shot. People were saying, I mean, there was a lot of people rooting for you, Tim. You know how it goes.
Thank you.
They always root for the underdog,
Thank
right?
you so much.
I was rooting for you, too.
Yeah.
All that's almost all for you or
Wow.
Kai with
I
her
thank you guys for doing that. This is just, privilege for me.
There was a lot of people that had some money. Apparently, they said they're going to lose a lot if you lose this game. So they were really
they were betting on experience.
I hope it was pennies.
Yeah. We need to get on those betting apps, actually. So that's what we need to do. There's a lot of sports on the betting apps. Yeah, Puck Duel. We should make our own. Yes.
Puck Duel. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm checking to see if we've got more questions that are popping in. We got Kai. She's saying, if I've learned anything about this game, it's that knowing your biggest weakness is a first step to making it a strength. I really like that a lot. I think that's a really good call out. My biggest weakness, I say, was I charge too much. I'm like, okay, well, how could I turn charging into a strength instead of a weakness, right? Scott, for you, a piece of advice I have
don't do it.
Is don't turtle. That's still because Anthony was getting you on the cuts and crosses.
Yep.
And you still have a very, I don't want to say quadrant, but you basically sever the table into 3 pieces. And once you're past a third of the table, it's all right walls, still straight, still left walls.
Yep.
You did better today, but it's still predictable. When you're on one side, you do the same few shots, middle, the same few shots, left, the same few shots. So I'd say shake that up, get them all centralized into one spot.
Yeah.
Or do all of them from the right, all of them from the center, all of them from the left, right? And so, Tim, yeah, you don't want to turtle as much. Don't pull back.
Okay.
And then the biggest thing I saw for you, hit it way harder. So you're still doing kind of a shove. Actually, Scott had to beat that that sickness, if you will, at the start, where he did the shove, and you don't hit it nearly as hard as you could from a whipping motion.
That's what forced me to have to be ambidextrous, actually. So indirectly, it actually laid out kind of interesting.
It worked out. How did you beat the? So by switching hands is how you beat it. How else would you give someone advice to someone that's punching the puck or pushing it rather than?
In my case,
hitting?
that actually gave me a spinal soreness that was really bad. So I saw a chiropractor a bunch for it, but I actually playing left-handed over and over and over again for like 2 months straight. It forced my right side of my body to respond. Like my left side trained my right how to strike properly with the wrist flick because this automatically did it, which is really interesting. It's like it seemed my left did the wrist flick more naturally than the right. So I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So that's all I'd say for you, Tim. Hit it hard.
All right.
So there's a lot of shots that you were hitting that were like, that would have made it. It was perfectly aimed, but you gave him too much time to block it.
Yep.
And if it had been that, split second faster, he wouldn't have been able to get there. Your forehands are good. I would say just a little bit more aiming. Scott does this thing where right before he hits, he gets really low to the table. And he's able to make a line for it. Also negative a tiny bit because you're sort of showing the person. It's so you're sort of showing them where you're about to hit because you get real serious and you're looking right at the spot of the goal. So if people get wise to it, they'll be like, "Oh, he's looking right here. I'll just block there."
What
right?
I got to do is deceive him with my eyes.
You need to go crazy eyes, crazy eyes on him,
or strike other than where I'm looking.
Yeah,
basically.
just kind of. Josiah randomly looks off and then just do that. But and I used to think you were doing these pump fakes to trick the opponent, but now I'm realizing you do those as just kind of a follow through, pretend strike to get the motion down, and then you hit it. I've noticed that.
It's a lot more for my accuracy than it is deception. Actually.
The only thing I'll say is that you do give away your deception by doing that, right? It's almost like me pretending to punch you and doing this one pretend, you know exactly where I'm about to hit right now, right? So you're kind of giving that away a tiny bit. But I think that you should actually do a little bit of that, Tim, because your shots, you're doing them from pretty far back. A lot of them weren't on goal. So if you take your time, but also get a little bit lower and aim that shot and then just hit it with every ounce of her being. That's the Hulk out piece. Is just to smash it because he'll give him no chance to respond.
So Tim, don't be so timid.
That was good.
We were trying to find a nickname for you this game because we got the Alley Cat versus, and we're like, I've called you Tim Fletcher because you look like Keith Fletcher. But
I was thinking something connected to his right wall overs. I was thinking something like Overkill or something like that would be cool.
Overkill. Okay.
Underkill, whatever.
Overkill. Okay.
Underkill would be funny because it's ironic. It's like people are like, oh yeah, and then if he comes in, just crushing people.
I always like the ironic names. Someone has a giant dog and they're like, oh, this is my dog, Tiny. And they're like, or it's a tiny dog and they're like, it's Killer or Goliath. We got Jaden in the chat also. Jaden's rooting for you. He's really excited that you won this game, Scott. Cool. So he's saying, good, Scott. He was really excited that you won this one.
Yeah, great, Scott.
Yeah, good job, Scott. Rub it in, Jaden.
He always does that, yep.
Awesome. All right, guys, any other comments? Anything else in the chat? I'm not seeing anybody else shoot any messages.
Thank you to everyone that chimed in. I mean, this is awesome opportunity. So
it's like a lot of people that just went into the.
It takes a whole village to make this run. Yeah. So thanks to everybody. Thank you guys for also. Thank you for everybody in chat. Thank you for shooting those messages in there. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for helping us grow the sport. And if any of you are local, we would love to play with you. So hit us up. All right, guys. This is all of us from American Air Hockey League signing off. Have an amazing night.
Bye.